technical good. How's it going? It is Sunday, July 5th, the day after American Freedom Day, so I've been told. How's everyone doing? We got a Sunday stream today. It'll be fun. We're on stream for a couple hours. It'll be fun, I hope. If not, it's terrible. Your voice is a little quiet. Okay, hold on. So, hello. Test 1, test 2. That should be good. It says I'm kind of nearly peaking. Parallel, how's it going? This is more equipment that I normally use at work, and because we're not in the studio, I grabbed it. So this is a new microphone. The audio from our last stream on Thursday was abysmal. It was actually pretty bad. So this hopefully should be a bit better. I'm in the middle of upgrading to a better microphone. It's not this one. It'll be even better than this one. It'll make this one look like crap. But for now, it's good. Seems all right. Hopefully it's okay. What a wonderful day. We still warning you about profanity? Yeah, to some extent. We've been good for a while. We've been pretty good. Hearing you loud and clear. GSWP, how's it going? Welcome. Fantastic. Yeah, the last stream, the audio was really bad. And I think a big part of it is that it's really warm here. And so here, I guess we'll go wide. I think you see it. Is that we have like a, what's it called over there? The air conditioning unit on the wall, and then normally we have a fan over there that's kind of out of frame, and I need all that stuff to not melt. But it's a bit cooler today, and this microphone seems to be just a lot better than the old. I've had this thing for like, I don't know how long the channel's been on, for 4 or 5 years. It's like the old Blue Yeti USB microphone, so hopefully we're gonna get into something a bit nicer soon. This one also, the shock mount didn't fit on it, so if I hit the table, it might be really loud. We'll find out. Werner, hey, I'm gonna be busy fighting my friend Civ, but hope it's gonna be a great stream. Everyone has a good time. Hey, enjoy Civ. Who are you playing as? I haven't played Civ 6 yet. Should I? I feel like Civ 5, everyone's agreed it's like the best Civ. And then they're like, oh, we still have a new one for some reason. I don't know if that's worth looking into. It won't help David. Just K. Happy to be watching. Steven, what's up? Oh, the profanity warning won't help. Yeah, maybe not. We've been okay. So far, we've only had one problem on YouTube, and I don't know why it was. And that's always the issues. We never know really why it was. What new mic are you looking to get? We're looking to get a Shure SM7B. And I don't know if y'all are into this sort of thing, but like, maybe if I point this out, it'll be even harder. Basically, every single, oh, I guess they have them in America now. They got restocked them last week. But every single like pro quality podcasting microphone, every webcam, every like Yeti, like every entrance level podcasting USB microphone, they've all had no stock in for the last couple months due to obviously the pandemic, and more people are working from home, telecommunicating, making more content at home. So this stuff hasn't been in stock. I actually called a person locally, and they laughed. I was like, I'm looking for this microphone, and they laughed. They're like, good luck. That's you and everybody else. So we're gonna have to, it's gonna be a bit. Hopefully they're restocking in July. I also need an audio interface, which I know which one I'm looking for, but also very difficult to get, especially because this one's new and everyone likes it. Yo, Pat, what's up? Play Civ 6. Yeah, you're always playing Civ 6. I need to get in on that. Pink, I'm doing okay. I don't know. I just have a Yeti. Seems to be what most people use. Yeah, Yeti is like like, it's a really good thing to get in on. The USB Yeti, there's a couple of them. This one I bought when I think I was just out of college. And at this point, I'm looking to upgrade just a wee bit. It's actually a sizable upgrade, I imagine. But I've spent more time working with more professional audio equipment, so I feel like I can pull it off to some extent. I don't know. I'm kind of like just upping the quality of stuff. It keeps you moving. Pat says I got a few asynchronous games going at any given time. That sounds really nice. I think that's what I ought to do. How long does it take up to boot Civ 6 though? Yeti's cheapish and simple to set up, which makes it super popular. Yeah, so many people, it comes with the stand, you put it on your desk, hopefully you don't touch your desk, and that's it. That's actually how Pat and I started doing commentary, is we put a Yeti on the table between us, we put it, I don't even know if we were smart enough to put it on to the mode that captures from both sides, and then we would do our audio commentary. We even used like a Zoom recorder, which is the audio interface we have here. You can get those relatively cheaply, but on top of those, like I don't know, the Zoom H2, is that still a thing? Yeah, things like this. Oh, I don't know if the Zoom H2 has. Oh, this is an H1. These recorders are so good. Okay, that's scary. They're really good. They have a lot of use. They have built-in microphones. Oh, apparently this is an H2. I don't think an H2 has externals. Maybe you want an H4, but there's other like better ways to get XLR inputs into computers. This is not necessary for the Yeti. The Yeti is a USB microphone, so you can just plug it into any computer really. I don't know why I'm talking about this specifically, but yeah, that's how Pat and I used to do this back in the day, and I still largely use the same microphone. It's pretty good. Anyways, that's a Sunday. My camera's a bit blue, but it's a newer camera I also took from work, and the back panel is behind the camera, and it's not one of those ones that has like a fold swing out screen. So it's really hard to fix. I don't know why they did that. Most DSLR cameras will have a screen that will pivot out so you can interact with it on any angle. This one doesn't. The screen just like cants slightly up or down. It's rubbish, but it's a good camera besides that. Alex, what up? We're gonna play Monster Train? Not today. I've been like so nervous or apprehensive about doing anything else on this channel that isn't straight Netrunner, and I feel like the only solution is to build another channel at some point so we can do whatever the heck we want. I haven't played Monster Train in about 2 weeks. I miss it. I've been playing Bloodstained right now, which is I think from one of the old old Castlevania directors. They made a Castlevania, Metroidvania type game. It's been alright. I think I'm near the end. Fighting a boss is actually pretty difficult, so that's largely that. And that's largely it. Maddie and I are playing The Evil Within 2, which, from my understanding, is directed by the dude who directed Resident Evil 4, which is one of my favorite games. I'm not the biggest horror game thing. It's Maddie and I will sit down and play a lot of horror games together. I'll usually play and she watches, and it's actually been really fun. It's really cool. They do a lot more like surreal horror stuff, where it's not just like jump scares. It's like putting you in weird situations and things. Things don't make sense. Oh yeah, the next one's coming out soon. Bloodstained? Oh, I have no idea. Have you played Griftlanders? No, I've actually been looking at Griftlanders. Pat was also recommending this to me. Griftlanders is by Clay Entertainment, and it is this sort of kind of like card-based roguelike. But from my understanding, from the limited gameplay I've seen, it's not just specifically combat, but you also have to do social interactions like bartering, or I don't know. I know there's one-on-one social interactions where you start playing cards that will influence how the conversations go. So there's like two parts to the deck game. I think that's really cool. I need to check that out. Clay are the best. That's definitely worth saying. I think I really enjoy a lot of things from Clay. Mark of the Ninja is one of the best stealth games ever. Invisible Ink also made its way onto the Switch just last month, just last month, which if you play Netrunner or enjoy Netrunner, you probably ought to check out Invisible Ink. It's kind of great. Ink, INC, it's the joke. My partner stayed up to 3 a.m. the other day playing Monster Train after I recommended it. Yeah, Sam, that happens. I think it was like the day that I downloaded Slay the Spire for the first time. I was up to like 4 or 5. It just kind of sneaks up on you. Pat says it's slower. It's a slower STS where you have different decks for different types of situations. Really fun world building. Yeah, it's more RPG, right? Like there's a lot of conversations with people and exploration, which I've never been too heavy into RPGs in terms of like, ooh, Mass Effect Andromeda. That was a bad example. But like talking to people in games, it largely isn't compelling for me. And I think it's largely because you have to sit there and just listen. Maybe if there was like a card game version of that. And Jester says, just finally built a PC. Got Monster Train last night. Heck yeah, how's it going? How's the PC too? Was the build easy? Bloodstained 2 releases on July 10th. I had no idea. I just picked up Bloodstained because it's a game I can play with a controller, and it doesn't take too much brain. It's still a good game. That shouldn't undermine the game. But I generally always play a game that I have like an exercise bike right next to me, and I put it in front of the computer, jack the screen up, take out an Xbox controller, and then I'll bike and play. And this is a pretty good game for that because you don't have to you don't find yourself often in situations where like you're focusing so much you forget to pedal, which is good. I didn't know there's a sequel. I actually don't know much about Bloodstained. Besides that, it's fun. It's pretty good. I liked Castlevania games growing up. I played all the like Castlevania DS games. I thought those were sick. Oh, but this is like fully the retro one. That makes a lot of sense. I found Secret Worlds and Bloodstained that throw you back to this retro aesthetic, so this makes sense why the game's coming out so soon. I think Bloodstained originally was a Kickstarter title, and it was took a long time to come out, as a lot of Kickstarter stuff does. Steven's talking specifically about... Oh, David also says 7 Days to Die. I've heard of that. I don't actually know what that is. Steven says, you have a combat and social deck, and your building is great. Upgrading your deck involves just playing cards. Oh, that sounds cool. I need to check that out. Sunday evening stream, how we doing? Anarcho, we're doing okay. We're definitely doing okay. We're gonna jump into it. We've basically been streaming for like 10 minutes. We're gonna be building largely today. The deck list of the week, actually, I think we should play it. It's Anderson's Stealth Leela that placed 5th at BLM. We played against this on Thursday. We also had Anderson in our chat who's playing a different deck, I think, when we played against them. I like this. I really like when people do that. First off, recommended changes on where you are: -100 grams +1 turning wheel, or -1 Paul Up, -1 Pat Tap, 2 Dirty Laundry. I like that. I really like that. That's something that like I see more and more when people come out with like new starter decks. They come out with like recommendations and things you can change. So this is a Stealth Leela deck, and in terms of the archetype, we've seen that before. It did really well in our store championship, online store championship here in Montreal. I think it's what won, if I'm not mistaken. And this one's a bit different. This is using stealth, but the only stealth breaker that they have is After Image. And After Image is really good, but that means because we're only depending on one of these, you don't need that much support. So we have a single Net Recur, a single Trickster Taka, and a single Mantle, and that's it. There's also an MU Safecracker, a card that in theory is a card, which lets you leverage your stealth credits for some multi-axis, which is really important because this deck has literally no multi-axis besides this and Legwork, which is buck wild for me. So that's why they're recommending to one side to drop a Hunting Grounds, which is a good card. You don't have an AI, so it's actually not that important. Like, you don't have to worry about Amakua into IP block. So largely you're using that for just like getting better easily through Data Ravens, but you can even bypass Data Ravens. I don't even know if we need a Hunting Grounds on this deck. Yeah, and then play multi-X with a Turning Wheel. Seems cool. Daisy, but not all FPS focused. I don't know. I've been like really burnt out about zombie stuff in general. I think that's like a hard sell modernly. I know 7 Days to Die has been around for a really long time, right? So what Public Works? Oh, I wanted to play today. The title of the stream is Public Works. I wanted to try out City Works Project, because City Works Project dedication ceremony, there are no good counters anymore that the film critics rotated. Obviously, besides that pseudo film critic that nobody plays. But it seems really good, so I wanted to try that. Sads just yelled bam. Yo, Kyle, what up? Right, the Kickstarter had a retro-themed game as a stretch goal. I think it's a sequel to that. Oh, neat. The computer has been great. Build wasn't too difficult. I've been into Sekiro and Disco Elysium this week. Oh, by any means, beat Cityworks. Yo, Sekiro is sick. I beat that earlier this year. It is probably my favorite Souls game. I think Dark Souls 1 still is fantastic. And Disco Elysium is definitely on the list. That's like one of the few RPGs that I wouldn't mind sitting and listening to people read or talk to me. I don't know. Video games and reading don't line up. I sound like an ignorant man, but I don't know. I feel like it's just like long cutscenes to me feel like a failure of the medium. It's just like, okay, you're doing a film in the middle of the game. And I understand that's an easy way to do storytelling, but like I have no doubt in 20 years from now when we figured it out, you're not going to be watching 10-minute cutscenes in the middle of a video game. Yo, Maui, how's it going? Good morning as well. How you doing? That being said, Disco Elysium does sound great. I've been told, my brother's a big fan of it, been told some of the, like, they do very interesting narrative things. They basically make different, and I might not be accurate here because I obviously haven't played it, but I know they take different, like, portions of your mind and the way you think, and they actually personify them, so then those join in conversations. That might be a clumsy description of it, but largely that's it. Like, they do very creative things in building storytelling, which is cool. Still hits with Informant since it's a cost to steal but an access. No, but I think that one. What is that called card? Whisper? No. What is that called card? Card called the other film critic. I forget the name always. I've been on Hyperdriver Apex this week. Hyperbeat has been doing Works versus Cityworks. Yeah, I guess the only counters for that are like against Cityworks Project, you can have like any damage deck, you can have Hyperdriver. Whistleblower, thank you, Parallel. Or you could have, what's it called? The Church. You can have the Church. Citadel, yeah. Brick says Citadel Sanctuary tech. Yes, it is. It's hard tech. It's pretty good. So this is whenever you make a successful run, you may trash the resource to name an agenda. The next time you access a copy of the agenda, steal it, ignoring all costs. So it actually skips the access step. So that means that Whistleblower is very, very, very good to do against Cityworks Project, because Cityworks Project is installed face up, so there's not really a guess on it. So this does get around the damage, if I'm not mistaken. It gets around the access and it gets around the to steal cost. Yeah, Whistleblower says specifically you're no longer accessing it. Yeah, no, so it does work. It's confusing. It's actually like, I don't know whether this was done in. This is not meant to be a slight, but whether it was done intelligently or not, like not intelligently, excuse me. That definitely does sound like a slight. Whether this was done specifically. So Obokata has this additional cost to steal to take the 4 net damage. And that obviously is very strong because you can't prevent the damage and still steal it. So at the end of the day, if you want an Obokata outside of Film Critic, there's no way to take this without taking 4 net damage. And so the card that we're talking about today, which we should have brought up a bit earlier, is City Works Project. The City Works Project doesn't have an additional cost to steal. It has a cost to steal when accessed. Now, this card also doesn't protect itself from central servers, or largely when it's not installed, which is a huge bummer compared to the power of Obokata protocol. I assume the balancing is on the fact that this can be over advanced and come to a point where it's unstealable, which matters slightly for things like SSO largely, or if you're playing against Ian, I suppose. But the idea on this one is when it's accessed, you take the damage. So if you prevent the damage, you can still steal it. For what it's worth, though, Whistleblower gets through both. This is so confusing. Alex has thought Nisei was trying to avoid this shit. Well, neither of these cards are Nisei cards. Besides Whistleblower, but Whistleblower clearly says on it in brackets, you are no longer accessing. So I get it. That card is like not elegantly worded, and like I have had to look that up multiple times to be like, oh, does this work with this? Does this work at this step? It is what it is. Or just rip it from centrals. That's what happens to me. Yeah, that's the issue. Now, the reason why CityWorks Project is really good is that now you place in a punitive Counter-Strike deck, another archetype that got a lot better without Film Critic. So that's obviously what we're going to be doing. But I think we're going to try with Stealth Leela just to start, just to get warmed up. Tobo, what's up? How's it going? Also jogging. Hello. How you doing, yo? All right, so we're going to jump in with some Stealth Leela. We played against this deck. We were playing that RP deck list of the week, and that deck struggled. And the big reason is the Breaker Suite. Honestly, I don't love it too much. I don't think Leela has to run and to be too aggressive. Now, that deck got its security testing down in the early game, which is really good for it as a one-of. Excuse me. For what it's worth, Netrunner can kind of be like a Desperado sometimes when you're using your stealth credit. But at the end of the day, like as a decoder, N'Golo is expensive to get down, and dealing with cheap code gates, we were running a lot of 1 cost to res, 3 cost code gates. This thing struggles. This deck is only really good against sentries and high code gates. This seems a bit inelegant to some extent. Now, this deck, we were saying before, doesn't do a lot of stealth in it. Like, it has a minimal amount of stealth, and it's worth knowing that After Image needs stealth credits to either use the bypass or use the boost. So if you don't have stealth credits and you draw the After Image, it seems a bit clumsy. And again, we have very limited stealth credits. We have Netrunner, we have Taka, and we have a single Mantle. I don't know what the name of the lockpicks are called. I feel like I want to call it Prognostic something, but obviously that's Prognostic Q-Loop. That isn't correct. I forget what those are called, but there's some other stealth cards that you could play. Also, like this N'Golo easily could be anything else. I think that's one of the strengths maybe is that N'Golo could be used to break sentries if your After Image is struggling for the stealth credit support. But the refractor, or the fractor, excuse me, that is involved, the stealth fractor is still really good. I just reckon that at that point we'd have too few stealth credits. Penumbral Toolkit, thanks for you, that's it. I hope everything's good. Yeah, it's good, it's a Sunday. We're doing all right. We've got a new microphone. Hopefully it sounds a lot better than last week. Last week sounded a bit rough, didn't it? So yeah, I'm excited to see. This seems better against like Glacier than anything else. We also have some cool tricks. We have Miss Bones against Acid Spam, which seems like there still is a fair bit of that modernly. The Hunting Grounds, I think, again, might not be necessary. We could cut that for a Turning Wheel. We'll see how that goes. Pat Tap's good. We're not running a Tap Worm, but our MU is a bit tight. 2 Paragon, this is like, we're meant to be a run-based deck if we're running for stealth, but that's kind of the issue here that I could see, is like stealth credits are really good because you can make a run a turn usually for cheap. But we only have 1 stealth breaker, and N'Golo can be kind of expensive, so the whole idea of us using Paragon plus security testing to get free runs kind of depends heavily on how many sentries they have and where they are. So obviously we'll see how that goes. Another good reason is like Turning Wheel is actually pretty good with it depends how they ice it up. It's not likely, but Turning Wheel with security testing can be good if you're trying to run a central to get 2 credits on a Turning Wheel token. Like that can be good. Obviously it can't be archives. And then we have an Embezzle, which is hot. Dirty Laundry is single. We have 3 Blueberry Diesels, which just builds with consistency. If you read this deck list, Anderson actually writes up pretty heavily about how they think that you have to be incredibly quick in this modern meta. Now, this was played at the BLM tournament last Saturday, so not yesterday, but a week ago. And so that was like that was the first big tournament in the 2006 ban list. And so people haven't, obviously the meta hasn't settled, but I think that idea is really true, right? Like there's no shortage of great things. That's why my corp deck's either spammed, assets, lol. Even one click spent installing something useless like a Caddy Jones can mean an instant defeat against fast decks. Like I believe that. And this seems to be very elegant, as in the ability to set up is pretty quick, and that's why the Blueberry Diesels are in here, but who knows? Maybe not necessary. Blueberry Diesel gets a fair bit better with a class act on the table. That's obviously true, but I don't know. Not the most exciting card, is it? Stealth Leela. Leela's ability also is like pretty sweet, especially against 5/3s because they're easy to bounce. That's the thing though, it's like I would assume, and obviously this deck did do well in a pretty competitive tournament, but when you do install advanced events in a remote server and you can't get to the remote server, the best thing Leela can do is run a central and dump a lot of multi-access into running the central server, so they have a bigger chance of finding another agenda to bounce whatever's in the remote. Now this deck specifically has very little multi-access outside of the MU Safecracker. Like that's the reason why we can drop a Hunting Grounds and put a Turning Wheel in there, which I guess we're just going to do, like they recommend. Because then if they do for the remote, then you just dump your Turning Wheel on R&D and see like 4 or 5 cards and then have a big chance of a bounce. And then you can run HQ with a legwork or the MU Safecracker or whatever. It's a 419 deck? Oh no, there we go. Okay, cool. Let's give this a whirl. There's only 16 games today. Not too many. Let's see how long we have to wait. So I'm only in focus if I'm right here. As soon as I sit back, it gets blurry. Any chance we run the Slee sub boost deck again? Yeah, there's some chance. I wanted to do some Wayland stuff. It feels like the sort of deck that is like the 10-1 deck, where we don't have a lot of time left, so we run a game with it. That deck definitely could be optimized. I feel like the deck is really tricky to play because I'm so used to playing of like, oh, let's score the agendas. But I think more often than not, we want to like very aggressively put us into situations where the Slee can prove to be lethal. And that requires a bit more foresight than we did in the only game that we played with it, where it's just like, okay, we put something into the remote and now we regret it because they ran and we could have had a Slee up. Like you have to kind of predict when the runner is going to interact with you, and that can be difficult. Ooh, Sync. So Sync can be pretty difficult. Sync is actually a really good reason why we should have Hunting Grounds in our deck, because they're definitely running 3 of Data Raven, and we just cut that shit out. So that's a problem. Sync is a 40 card NBN deck, which we've learned is a very strong ability. Not too bad, thank you. Thank you. Thanks, you too. So that's a pretty big deal. They have 2 large threats. The first is hard-hitting news, which if the tags land, it spends us a whole turn and 12 credits to clear, which can be nightmarish. So we want to make sure that we have a strong economy start. I feel like this is the deck where we don't have to start rolling too quickly, but we just want to make sure economy is good. The other thing they can do is just C-source into trash something, which could be a big deal. I haven't played against Sync in a long time. The flip side of this identity, if you haven't seen it before, they can spend a click to flip it. It loses the extra credit to clear the tag on our side, but they can trash resources for free. It just takes a click. We're going to mulligan this end. There's no money in it. That's fine, I guess. Man, 3 new players there. 3 new player games. That's savage. Sorry? Was that in the lobby before? All right, so no idea what that could be. Even a prize deck is like incredibly annoying. I feel like we just want to set up and not interact. I don't know how bad this could be for us. If it's a Rashida, it's a Rashida. Did they mulligan? They did mulligan. So I think we want to set up. It's a Rashida. We'll at least get pad tap, and we just want to get our credits up. So like I feel like we just want to do like draw one more time and then either career fair or just play daily cast based off what we draw and play pad tap. Like it's slow, but not much better. And then this is probably better than the Earthrise Hotel. Yeah, it's Rashida, so we'll get a credit. We could have like ran and interacted, but then if we're behind on a hard-hitting news, like we're so boned. Still using good camera. Yo, Netrunner nuts. Yeah, we got this one for a bit. I don't think I have to return it to the studio for a while. There's not a lot of in-person shooting happening right now because of, you know, social distancing stuff. Oh yeah, there are like 3 new player games in the lobby. It's great to see. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, so I'm not a big fan of playing Class Act when you don't have money. Next turn we'll have, I don't know what this is. If it's just like a Beal or a Quantum, like I don't think we care. It easily could be a prize sec, which is actually pretty terrifying in Sync. I think we just have to install the Class Act and click 3. We'll get a good draw. We can play Gamble once we draw it. We can bury something here. So Daily Cast, Netrunner, Career Fair, Angolo, Mantle. I think Mantle's the worst card out of those, and then we can Career Fair a cast out. Just beware the possibilities of Fly on the Wall. Yeah, totally. Which if they have like an unadvanced card, we also don't have a diversion here. Like if they score a 5-3 here, like a Bologna, we can divert, but we don't have it. So we might want to draw once. So we have 8 cards. We can get rid of 2 to go down to 6. But if they triple advance and it's not a Fly on the Wall, like we're in an okay spot. If it's a Bologna, we'll also get in Pat Tap. But like we want to set up for a diversion or even an embezzle. Embezzle will be really good because I have no doubt they're holding operations that interact with tags or them tagging us. I think we can draw once. We also could just like inside job the remote. I don't know what this upgrade is. Prisec, Ash. There's some scary stuff. We could also just like inside job a central server, just to get a bounce potentially. Will I ever record another Doomtown game? TK, yeah, almost definitely. We just have to have time to make another channel or something, but I think so. We could inside job it. I'm scared. Yo, Anderson, how's it going? Excited to see my deck. Good luck with it. Thank you. I did the turning wheel change. I like that. I don't know if we need to inside job this. I just don't know what the upgrade could be. Bottoming Mantle means that now your 1 card in your entire deck turns on Netrunner. We don't have any shuffle effects, do we? Because you're right, that might be a problem. And they probably are running multiple sentries considering Data Raven's really good. Even like Turnpike is good. Yeah, turning wheel change definitely necessary. Yeah, I feel like I like the multi-axis with Lilo. I think we can just let them have this and then set up. I think we'll draw once for a diversion. Yeah, there we got it. Okay, so now if they score a 5-3, we can divert, which will be pretty good. If they score Bologna, they'll get the money back too, which is nice. Unfortunately, I don't know if we need the Paul up, but the fact that they have upgrades is good. I think it's going to be the 1 card we throw out here. Putting this and not using it is a bit dodgy, but actually I think the Earthrise might be worse than the Paul up. Paul up seems okay, but I don't know what they'd res. If it's an Ash, we can deal with it. Let's see. We could get flyed on the wall and absolutely blown out here. And I just don't know what the upgrade is enough to be confident to inside job, but I feel like if we inside job, we'll be behind on credits, and then the hard-hitting news definitely comes through. So one of the best things we can do is diversion to ensure that we have a credit lead or get an embezzle down. Nobody asked for it. After 2 weeks, it's yours. Yeah, right? Oh, there are 2 special orders. Okay, so we will shuffle. Oh, fantastic. So they bounce they score an SSL. So we're going to bounce this. So we can do a diversion. SSL is also really good with our pad tap. So we're going to be able to clear this server as well. We have a really strong turn here. So we're just going to do diversion, run server 2, run HQ. This is why we wanted to draw to the diversion. Escher Gamble to the bottom of our stack. It's actually not the most relevant card here. We'll take it. They also didn't res this. So we can go clear this out. It's a forced connection. Oh, wild. Okay, cool. So forced connection, if you don't know, it's up there in the top right. It's trace 3 for 2 tags. That's really good here. So we still have to pay 3 credits. We will trash it, of course. So Paul wasn't particularly good at this. We're still ahead on credits. We'll be up at 10 and there'll be a 3. So I think this is a really good time to play the Earthrise. We also could go in for HQ again, but I feel the 3 credits were okay. We just want to maintain pressure. We could have gone for a single, but I like this time to set this up because we also know we're going to draw a gamble with it. So Pad Tap and SSL both trigger. So this triggers every time, or the first time the corp gains an ability. So they'll be on about 5 credits, which now we're ahead on money, so we should be okay. Forced Connection is great in sync. Yeah, it is. I think Forced Connection is underrated. Snare also would have been fun there, but obviously it wouldn't fired. The order here doesn't matter. Bravado, Daily Cast, Gamble. Yeah, I think we'll take the Daily Cast is 5 over time. We've only played 1 career fair. Honestly, I don't know. I think we'll just take the gamble. So we want to get our Paragon every turn, so I think we can just Bravado HQ. It's an Enigma. Fantastic. So we still want to get our trigger off, so we're going to run R&D. We might actually run Archives if they don't res. Blueberry Diesel to bomb the stack. That's the thing about Blueberry Diesel. I don't love it, but whatever. We'll try. We'll keep it. Oh, it's another Forced Connection. Oh my god. We gotta make sure. They're probably running 3 of those. We gotta keep those in mind. So they're paying 5 on this. We don't have any link. We obviously want to pay 5. It's cheaper than the 6. From here, we can run again and see another single. I feel like that's fine. We either could have drawn, which would have been fine too, because it would use our class act, but we're gonna get it next turn with the Earthrise anyways. Actually, no, we used our class act that turn. It's Rashida. Yeah, we'll trash that. All right. Keep the credit lead. Running probably, I don't know, they might be on the 653s and then like an echo chamber. They might be on 1-pointers too, and then play C-Source into exchange. We haven't seen any operations, but we also know we have the Ngolo in hand if we need to do Ngolo into version. Oh, economic warfare. I still think we're fine though. So that's Wayland influence. That probably means that they're on the, what's it called, consulting visit, but we're gonna get more money very soon. Bravado, so we definitely don't want the Paragon. I think we'll gamble. The problem is our Leela ability gets a bit worse if we check to res. So here's the big question where I don't know whether we should be setting up or not. I don't think we need a blueberry. We'll just poke, I guess. Ken says, I have a runner. I haven't run a server since FFG Lost Never. Is Nisei doing a good job? Nisei's doing a really good job. How's it going, Ken? Like, very good. Just know the Earthrise is actually pretty good. It will continue our draw. SSL, okay. That's scary. The pad tap is going to keep ticking, but now they have a lot of money, so now money is a bit more of an issue. Yeah, Nisei's doing a really good job. Not only cards, but also like organized play. There's a boom, we'll trash that. So we gotta watch out because next turn they're gonna have 11 credits and they've played one economic warfare. They might have another. The fact that we trash a boom is a pretty big deal, and I think it's safe to say that they're on consulting visit because it's pretty easy for them to get 6 Wayland cards. So here we could get a credit or we could run. Again, they're gonna have 11 credits and then they could do economic warfare into hard-hitting news. So running here is probably, I think we just have to safely click for a credit. We might actually get buried, but at least we have 12 credits. I think we're gonna lose 4 of them though. Oh, hedge fund. Oh yeah, they might throw the book at us. Draw. Okay, if they hard-hitting news here at least, like they're gonna spend all their money. Oh, they didn't. Wow. Whoa. Doing that with R&D is open, it seems a bit dodgy against Leela. Career Fair, Earthrise, Bravado. I'm not gonna do the Bravado because we can Career Fair the Earthrise, which seems pretty good. But now we have to watch out because they're gonna have more money than us. Bravado HQ is money? Oh yeah, you're right. We could have Bravadoed HQ just for the, what, 3 credits. Chris says next set is gonna be so good. Yo, Crit, what's up? Yeah, do you have spoilers? We're not gonna Earthrise this down first. Sorry, we're not gonna Career Fair this down. It's weaker to, in theory, like, what's it called? Archangel, but there's just no reason to do that early. Pad tap? No, pad tap's good. It's a Gutenberg. Okay, that's a good one we want to bypass. They're throwing out a lot of stuff in archives. We want to check out what that is if we can. So I think we can run archives, Career for this down. Because this is weird. So they threw out a gold farmer, another Econ Warfare, a daily quests. So we just want to keep our memento going. We could always just like bravado this remote. Next turn they're gonna have 15. They're gonna have, you know, we'll have 16 credits. They'll have 17. I think we can just click for credit. Like they can't jam without icing up R&D. The Gutenberg though is really good on R&D, and we're gonna need our mantle, not our mantle, but our bypass to get through that. We can't do trace 6 or whatever it is. Ooh, casting call. Ooh, and that's a face-up card, which means we can't bounce that. That's really good tech. So casting call says install. Oh, it's a bit broken. This should be face up. So this is casting call. And so when we access the agenda, we have to take 2 tags. So it's actually very difficult for us to see this, like very, very difficult. And we can't bounce it because it's installed face up, which means it's neither res nor derez. And Leela can only bounce derez cards. That's gonna be an issue for us for sure. 1 card to the bottom of the stack. Ooh, Embezzle's actually probably really good. That's brutal. Yo, Big Boy, what's up? News team in a deck that's all 5/3s is pointless. Yeah, I don't know if they're on news team. I really don't think they are. Premature to be running archives could have been some news team. Oh, that's why. Yeah, I don't think they're on any reason to track points. I think they're just on kill and score. Because again, yeah, if we score a news team, we still only need 3 agendas to win. Yeah, that's really hard to deal with. This is where like even Imp doesn't get around this. Cast and call, like I just want to check if there's an upgrade in there. A new ban list just came to replace old most wanted list. Great time for Netrunner. That's what Parallel says answering to Spliff. Yeah. Cool, got it. Okay, so we can't bounce it. That's an issue. We could, in theory, contest it. Again, these tags are going to cost us 3 credits and click each to remove. We don't have any Citadel or anything like that. Ace. So that's going to be an issue. We could bravado it. Again, anytime that we panic about Embezzle, this deck also doesn't have boomerangs, if I'm not mistaken. And we're still going to need, like, from this point on, they could score 15 minutes from hand, which is difficult. We don't have a good bounce here, also, which is a bit annoying. We could just inside job this remote and then clear 2 tags. We could probably just bravado it, but we don't have any breakers. Like even they probably have another gold farmer here on the remote. Installing Ngolo really puts us in a scary spot when it comes to money. But we could always just like do last click Ngolo into embezzle and call operation. We'll probably hit something. I feel like that's not too bad. The thing is that then they're forked next turn between scoring. Like if we interact and then they have to decide between Harding and News, which is less scary now that we've trashed a boom. I don't know whether they can play 2. That might not be the worst. So I think we're gonna definitely play the bats pad tap. I think we'd do pad tap. Credit? That seems bad. But then we want to do Ngolo and embezzle last click so we don't have to break 1 subroutine. I don't know if that 1 credit's going to change too much. In theory, we could like embezzle's 3rd click and then if we see an agenda, go back. But again, we can't bounce this bad boy. And the pad tab is not going to matter too much because it's going to fire off this SSL even instead of this. Like it's only once per turn. We really need this to land. We can also bravado, which gives us 2 credits and a run on HQ. Right? Like we can run, pay 3, gain 7, but we pay 2 to break. We'll just run R&D for Paragon, I guess. That's what it looks like. I think you can I think, yeah, exactly. I think we can afford to get Harding News because at least that keeps us off. Use Paragon, okay. Sure gamble to bottom of the stack? No, we like that. Oh, fuck. Oh, wait, we can just win now. Oh, GG. Oh, damn, we're good. Oh, wow, we're really good at this game. Well, it must be nice. Hey, good game. Oh, wow. We found that out last time when we played Casting Call. Is that happens when you're on game point, it doesn't matter. Oh, that was... Had a plan there. Honestly, I'm upset that happened. Oh, man, we're good. Whoops. My deck functioning perfectly. Yeah, Anderson, good deck, huh? I got buffed. Oh, no way. Ooh. Was considering going HQ for the single. Throwing out ice seemed weird. Yeah, the fact that they threw out like an early what's it called? Gold farmer, especially when they were kind of struggling to ice everything up, seemed a bit strange. And the fact that they like pivoted so hard to server 2 as opposed to icing up centrals, which can be a bit hard against Leela, but admittedly Casting Call does nullify that, kind of suggested that they had more stuff in hand. So they probably got flooded hard. 6 threes? Or 1s 2. 3 and 23, love to see it. Yeah, we're good. They actually might have more agendas. Oh no, they're playing 40. I think they'd just be on 6 threes, unless they do 5 threes and then some nonsense. 3 below and 3 SSL. Classic. It's pretty sad if they were flooded, but you took 9 points from R&D anyways. Yeah, we didn't access a lot of cards and we got away with murder there. Thanks for the game. But yeah, Casting Call does look good. We were trying it in other lists, and there's not a lot of ways to deal with it. And it's pretty scary in sync. But again, that's kind of the issue. And that's why I kind of like when we played Casting Call, we played it specifically in decks that aren't running 3-pointers, that were running the like foods and 2-pointers, just because it's relevant for longer. And admittedly, like this is way over curve. Like we got 2 3-pointers pretty early on in a deck that's only running 6 agendas, but I guess I don't know. I think the math probably works out better for the 3-pointers just because there's fewer of them. Who knows? I'll play another one though with this. You see, there's still a lot of stuff to get together. Like even just to deal with a Gutenberg, we need so much support. Like we had the Net Mercur, but for the Net Mercur we need stealth credits. Like this card is blank on its own. It seems a bit fiddly. There's just way few stealth credits, and admittedly we bottomed one of them. Like we did bottom the mantle, but like it was not a good draw at that point in the game. Oh wait, you can use this for programs. Oh, okay, that's a bit better than I thought it was. Like you can just use it, I mean. Yeah, like yeah, it's not that bad. I guess you could with Cloak anyways. We'll do another one. Yo, Tanuki, how's it going? Afternoon. Skill, yeah. Oh man. Easy GM. Yeah, Crit, do you have any spoilers? What's the new cards? Mantle's 1 credit a turn that turns on Net Mercur, which is basically a bad pub. It's not basically a bad pub. Bad pub is per run. It's basically just a Rozeki that you can't invest. But we weren't running. Like we did not install a program until the turn that we won. So it wasn't particularly good. But it's very different than a bad pub. Bad pub is for every run. Ooh, okay, we're in a much weirder territory. Nemerkur is a credit every single run. Oh, you're talking about Nemerkur? Nemerkur is it, only if you have the stealth to support it. Oh, you're right, because you can use Nemerkur on Nemerkur. Okay, this is Cybernetics Division, which is obviously a weird ID. It's another 40, so they could be on 6 3-pointers, like a 40 card deck minimum. Our opening hand is okay, inside job for early aggression if we need to. Earthrise Classic. We have no money outside of pad tap, so I'm going to mulligan this. Our hand size are going to be reduced by 1. Again, it's very hard to tell what Cybernetics Division is doing, and one of the issues with it as not being an efficiency identity in HB is that it struggles to have money. So just having an opening diversion would be pretty good. Anderson, can you talk a bit about why this deck doesn't have Boomerang? Embezzle is kind of hard to call. I don't know what the heck do you call Embezzle, but we do have a diversion if for some reason they don't ice HQ against Criminal. There you go. We always could go R&D for that sick rip. Nah, they figured it out. All right, so the strength of Blueberry Diesel, abstractly, is that we can get the card that we want, move a card to the bottom of the deck. We can say no? If we had more card draw, I'd say no. I don't think we need 2 sure gambles. Okay. So this is the sort of game where if we just get down our Angolo, we might be able to just like check everything. I don't know what ice we actually have to respect that does brain damage outside of the next suite, which I think Diamond is on 10 credits. If there's no other next res. I keep getting hit by Diamond. It's also worth knowing that we only have 4 cards in hand. Maybe that was a good reason to do double gamble, because it's not too fast of a game. We could have done double gamble and then dumped cards out of our hand, because our other cards are actually really hard to dump out of our hand. That might have been a mistake. I think the double gamble might have been fine, but maybe we just got unlucky drawing inside job as opposed to like any other resources in our game in our deck besides Paul Up. Brainstorm? Oh yeah, you're right. We could just lose to Brainstorm. For what it's worth, Brainstorm has less value in Cybernetics, right? Because you have fewer hand size. It's easier to break. Yeah, this is awkward. I don't want to face check. Do we just like, the thing is if we special order for Angolo and install it, like we're down to 4 credits? That seems miserable. I think we're just going to draw and throw some shit out. Oh man, that's really obnoxious. I don't know how we play Embezzle in this matchup. I have no idea what's going on. Oh, this is ugly. This is really ugly. Who knows? I was contemplating Boomerang versus Inside Job. Obviously, Boomerang is good with Doof, which might be enough to justify. I experienced everyone to have Boomerang tech, and Boomerang is a lot worse at targeting their moat. That's true. Boomerang has some good... Ooh, that's fun. Boomerang obviously has some good hits, like Surveyor, stuff like that. Admittedly, the deck should be good at dealing with sentries once you're set up, once the Surveyor gets to a point that it's scary. Inside Job obviously doesn't work with any other runs. Boomerang's also good with Bravado. Like, it just does combo with that. But I could see an argument for both. Like, Boomerang can be pretty good. Operations usually a good call for CD. Punitive or Mushin. Neural. Yeah, Punitive seems alright. I just don't know why you play Punitive in Cybernetics too heavily. Don't know what this is. I think we just set up, like, if this is a 3-1, they bounce and we diversion them, or a 3-2. Yeah, whatever, we'll just play these. I just don't want to lose this. I think this is important. We need a stealth credit. Ooh, it's Adonis. Okay, well, we definitely want to trash that now. That's money for them. We don't have a pad tap. We definitely trash the Adonis. They have a lot of money, though, but, like, we can't give them 9 credits. Draw once. Jesus. I feel like we just need a face check. Fad says, would it have been worth considering keeping both gamble, special ordering, and goal and using to embezzle Doof? Yeah, I think so. I think keeping the double gamble was probably better, just because it would have let us set up with just the 1 breaker. I think we said that as well. Nemercurrent's Leeless, is that a new thing? Oh, could be. Oh, good stealth stuff. All right. Do we just like Bravado for the things like we brought Bravado into a Brainstorm, we lose. That's what the kind of the strength of Angolo is. Can't leave Adonis unprotected like that? Yeah, no, you definitely can't. That was 9 credits. They definitely need, they lost a credit on that. And a click. They definitely should have iced that up. But that means they're pushing for something else. I just don't know what to do. Like, do we just inside job HQ for a bounce? We only have 2 clicks though, so we can't do that into diversion. That's a bit of a bummer. I'm just gonna Bravado the remote. Hope for the best. Do we just bravado R&D? I'd rather bravado than something that they're less likely to be excited to res. And if they like, if we score an agenda, we'd rather bounce a central ice a lot of the time. So I don't know. I don't want them to res it yet. That being said, if we bounce anything, it's probably HQ. So here we could just get blown out by damage. Oh wow, okay, free money. True bravado. Yo, Lil, how's it going? Yeah. Fears for the week? You say that and then we get blown out by like next diamond and I get really salty. Okay, so the thing that they're threatening here in theory is punitive counterstrike. So if we inside job this and it is an agenda, at least we'll be able to bounce this and then go into a diversion. And I feel at that point we're pretty safe. So we're going to do that play. It wasn't a tier, you're right. It's a Satyr adaptive, okay. Well, they res it so it can't get bounced. It's not the worst, but we still get in here. Looks like it's an NGO. So no bounce. All right. Paul up, I don't know if we're gonna need the matchup. We'll just play another cast and keep cruising on our credits. Junebug baby? I don't even consider it. Like Secretary is not good there. It could have more likely not been Junebug, but the one that does brain damage. I never remember the name. We're way behind in credits too. Murska, how's it going? MC Austerity. Okay, that's a Paul up reason. So we only have 3 clicks. This also means they probably want to score something out of hand, or they're playing this as some sort of like boom deck, hard-hitting news boom. I don't think that gets particularly better in cybernetics, but very few things do. Ooh, that's really good, but we need a program. Otherwise, that's going to be a liability. Ooh, we actually have the program. I think keeping 3 diversion is stupid, but Cerebral Overrider, thank you, yeah. Helium beta test bait? There's not too many good targets, but yeah, they could. I think it can't be virtual either, so Nemercur is safe against the beta test. But like if they dump their trace into a beta test to trash like a daily cast, whatever. All right, still 3 clicks. I feel like we might want to just face check HQ. Ugh. No, they're gonna have to fast advance score with Austerity. I think we're fine. Dirty Laundering Archives seems like toilet. This lets us deal with Hagen. It lets us obviously deal with the barrier. It makes us weak to Rototurd. If we get a program trash that's not coming back, so I don't think we can face check. The next dice does trash programs, right? Like next gold, I guess. Don't love it. Dirty Laundry. The thing is also if we put down our Corroder though, we can boost with an Emercur just to start making credits. That seems fine. Whatever. We also could use it to draw. That doesn't give us credits, right? That just moves the credits around. Getting stuck with 3 deuce in hand is not gas. No, but hopefully they score out soon with Austerity and then HQ's open. Putting down though here is an issue, right? Because it could, yeah, well, that's not exactly it, but it could encourage them to double ice. Oh, Jinja, that's a fucking nightmare. Oh man, the pull up would have been so good. Okay, then we're just gonna run HQ here. Fairchild 3 would be a bit rough. We'll just pay 6 and take a brain. We need to destroy this. This is a Fairchild 3. Okay, so we can't doof that. So we can trash the daily casts to save a credit. And then the brain damage or end the run. I think we're fine with either of them. I don't know why this showed up a couple times. Seems bugged. Test? Did we disconnect? Oh man, it looks like we face check a Fairchild 3 and then we rage quit. I can't do anything. Helion's 2 non-program? Oh, really? Yeah, it looks like we DC'd, didn't it? Okay, we'll get back in there. We hit a Fairchild 3 and we rage quit the game. Oh boy. Is JNet? Oh, JNet crashed. Did JNet crash? What was the name of the player that we were playing against? Found it. Hey. So I paid 3. No, I didn't pay 3, did I? 13. Yeah, 15. So I paid 3 and trashed a card. It's up to you now for brain or ETR. Cool, cool. All right, gotta pay with the Netrunner there and get your credit back. Oh, to boost? Yes, we should have boosted there. I'm gonna boost, would boost here. Just, we're gonna do this for run archives. We're just gonna do this so we can place a credit. Okay. Okay, so Ngolo seems really good now. No, on the FC3? Wait, not to boost, to pay 3? You save a credit? Wait, what? Gotta pay with the Netrunner there and get your credit back. Oh, it's the same thing as boosting though, no? Oh no, because we would have not kept the Trickster Taka. I see what you mean, yeah. If we use this credit, because it's during a run, we spend a stealth credit and then you put the credit back on Netrunner. Yeah, that is like a bad pub to some extent. Oh, that is really good. For anything, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, we definitely could have done that better. All right, Career Fair is ugly with this hand. But everything is ugly right now. And now the fact that we ran before they got austerity means that they can score and we don't get a bounce. That might actually have been the worst time to run HQ. Especially with 3 diversion. We threw out a special order too, didn't we? So we're gonna have 1 special order and an Angola in our deck. Hopefully our Blueberry Diesel or Class Act might find it a bit faster, but I think we've been playing this pretty poorly. Yeah, there's no way that this was the right play. Running HQ before they're going austerity. Confused why we toss spec order with doof in hand, double gamble. Yeah, if we kept the double gamble, we should have just done double gamble, throw down Angolo. Damn, how does one play this? Horatio, how's it going? What do you mean? So try drawing more with Netrunner. You don't actually need stealth credits to the secret of the stealth deck. Yeah, the fact that this is click this draw, like that's kind of the ability here. But also this ability here is harming them to some extent. Like they probably have multiple agendas in hand, so just getting through this is good. So if they score, they bounce R&D, but we can't really do much to capitalize on that. That's a bummer. I'm just gonna type all good just to see if we've disconnected again. Yeah, that was like the worst time to run HQ. But the chance of them like getting an ice in front of HQ anyways is pretty high. In Golo, we get done for 5, and then we break this for 5, which is pretty expensive. It's kind of forward the Netrunner. Trickster Taka can make it 3, but we need to get that down on the table. So austerity, they can get some clicks. They have 6 clicks, so they can score 5-3 from hand. That means we can bounce R&D if we really want to. And it's an SSL, which is better than anything else. And that's the only one that they have in faction that will give them money. Why won't it let us click? Is this a Fantasy Flight app or like a third-party thing? I love Netrunner, played the first few sets, have a few boxes unopened. Oh, this is actually community made. Fantasy Flight Games no longer supports Netrunner. Could you, it's called Jinteki.net. You see at the top, Jinteki.net. Could you kindly bounce the R&D ice? It's not letting me. But this is community made. They've been working on this for a long time and it's really great. It has a law, almost entirely automated. Yeah, that's why bouncing this ice was stupid. They have to throw something out though. Like, sorry, getting this ice res was really dumb. We need a draw. They didn't get another HQ ice. No, they didn't. Yeah, it makes the run sting more. Yeah, I think we definitely should have planned that out a bit better. Okay, so we can draw with Netrunner. That's also really good if you have Class Act up. I guess we're just gonna run R&D, but that seems bad too because it's not a really good run. I think we'll draw for like a Dirty Laundry or anything else. Oh, that's sweet. So we can do spec order into Ngolo. We can't divert. But if we divert, we also can't trash Jinja. I guess we'll run R&D here just for maximum disruption. It also lets us boost. It's a tier. Okay. 7 strength is awkward with Ngolo, but they're not gonna be able to res that next turn. This indeed looks amazing. It's really good. It really is really good. We haven't found a pad tab yet. It'd be pretty sweet around the time that this thing starts ticking down. Icing up here. Looks like we're gonna start for the diversion lock. Advance. Okay, I think we can do everything here. I think we can just divert run server 2. A single advance means that it's less likely to be an NGO, or at least not as good of an NGO. And we can get through this. So we will... Is it really nothing's working? That's awkward. Stop it. No. Did you boost your breaker? Yeah, I believe we did. Just want to ditto to Anarcho Mushroom's excitement about new players in the lobby. I've been jumping into a lot of games with new and returning players. Seems like a lot of people are hopping in. Admittedly, we played a game against what I assume to be a newer player on Thursday, and I don't think we were that kind. They obviously did not play ideally, nowhere near, but like, I don't know. We don't interact with them, which is a bummer. Like normally when I'm playing against new players and I'm not on stream, like we'll talk to them. So this is what, 3 credits? I guess we're gonna use the net recur because it's free. So 2, they can't really res much. No, thank you. We could have drawn there too. I hope it's an agenda because we bounce R&D. Nope, not an agenda. And Geo. So we can run and trash this for 9. Seems hard. That sleeve deck was mean. Yeah, they tried to run. I guess we'll draw. Oh, that's good. That's obviously very good. Now they're gonna get so annoyed when we diversion them over and over again. The cool thing is about with Jinja, it'll say what they're putting in front of HQ, so we know how bad the face check is. We know that there's a tier either in hand or in front of R&D, but we did bounce a piece of ice. They could have thrown it out that turn because they did throw something out, so we could see what this is. In theory, you can shuffle your archives. JNet doesn't, so we will know exactly what they threw at the point that they did throw a card out by looking at whatever this card is here. I don't think JNet shuffles cards in archives. They should. Yeah, new players are obviously incredibly important. We'll have the new player entrance decks, like the easy starting point, later this year. Double divert. I don't know if we want to double divert as much as we want to do like divert pressure the remote. All right, that's the next diamond. So the card that we've been playing around. So it is going to be 10 to res, which is a lot. And it's do 2 brain damage. It's a sentry on 6, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can break that for 7. 2, 4, 5, which is a lot. That's a problem. Luckily, we can eventually get through this for 2 credits, and that's a Hagen. Which again, if they just res the Hagen, we're fine. I think we just run R&D and hope for a bounce. Refresh? Verbose, it seems to be okay, but you're right, the refresh on the Taka might be okay. And they put an ice on R&D. Wow. Our Kingdom for a sneak our beta. I think we'll just draw. Nah, we probably just career fair this and credits. Running doesn't actually get us value, does it? No. Oh, something is massively broken. Oh, that's a bummer. Things are a bit broken on my side. I'm going to jump out and jump back in if that's cool. Just 10 seconds. Woof. JNet's normally really good. Burp. Just gonna do a hard refresh. That's control F5, right? We can do all this stuff manually though. That's kind of like one of the big things. They can't diamond, so divert. Wait, can they actually not? Oh, you're right, they can't. Wait, yeah, that's a better play. What are we doing? So, well, I don't know if can we get through the Hagen? We'll get through it. So, okay, so if the Hagen they res for what, 4, puts them down at 7, the Hagen is going to be -2 strength. Let's check what Hagen is. So Hagen's going to be 4 strength. So for us, it's 1, 2, 3 credits. This is 5 credits, which is 8. So I think we divert, but like it's not particularly good. Like we're spending more money than we're getting back, and we generally want to divert at a point where they can jam to something else. I don't love the divert here. Like divert just isn't a good economy card. It's good to stop them from doing something, but they're not trying to do something. Like I like divert when they're trying to jam into the remote and threaten to res their ice. Diverting here just slows it down a turn, which is okay. Okay, that works. We're gonna need money to break ice. Woo! Okay, mantle. It's okay. Pat, it means that we have to deal with Hagen, that's the problem. Inside job is really good. Turning wheel's really good when they have a Hagen on the outside. Daily cast. I don't know if we need the mantle. Mantle's a credit to turn, though. Okay, we're back in it, we can hope. We have a pad tap too, SSL just finished. And we can inside job this remote, which is one of their better cards. And that's our last inside job, if I'm not mistaken. IPO, okay. So we're gonna need the turning wheel for sure. For sure. So I think we can just get the turning wheel down and then start checking HQ over and over again. If they res the Hagen, it's totally fine. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't trash anything. It just ends the run. And if not, we'll jack out between 1 and 2. And then we can slam down cast pad tap, I guess. I don't know how good the pad tap's going to be. They have Adonis. They played 2 hedge funds, 1 IPO. They have 1 NGO, probably 3 Rashidas left. They'll probably do something. I don't know if any of their ice gives them credits. Building this up is a good threat on R&D. Where like if they try to jam the remote, we can always inside job R&D and see multiple cards. So we're just going to let this fire. This actually doesn't do anything. It just besides end run. Verbose has been wonky for me this whole weekend. Ah, bummer. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how good this pad tap is. It might be a bit too little too late, considering how much money they've already pushed through their deck. And we could just click for credit there. The daily cast also might be a bit slow. And next turn we have to do something with the Taka. Okay, so if this isn't anything besides the last NGO front. Oh, and they put something in front of HQ. Do we know what it is? Fairchild. It's a Fairchild. Using an M curve for draw while farming turning wheel? Oh yeah, you're totally right. We should have done that. Okay. So if that, what can that be? If it's anything like we just want to access it with a click and 2 credits. Like we can just inside job this remote. The thing is we probably have enough money to not have to inside job the remote. Like we could just run it. If they res the next diamond, it's kind of expensive. We have to do 2 to change, 2 to boost, 3 to break, and then this will be 3 more. So that's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which we have. Now we're just gonna run it. I don't think we need to inside job this. Inside job will just get better. Fairchild's also farmable? Yeah, Fairchild's totally farmable. And if they res it, it's fine for us. And if we bounce a res on Jinja, it's like so hard for them to reinstall. Okay, it's a Hagen. So this is fine. We're not going to fully break Hagen because we don't care about the first subroutine. You have to watch out if you get careful, complicit with that on Netrunner. Or not complicit, but like comfortable. Beans and stuff. This is beans. I guess we'll do 2. We technically shouldn't. We might steal an agenda, which would put this up to 3. But then we could always just bounce and get a card draw. So we didn't have to take 2 here. Because we want to spread it out once per turn. I don't know if it matters. This one will break everything. Okay. It was a gene splicer. What's up with the career fair in your play area? It's a good question. Did we career fair out that or no? It was a gene splicer. Spicy. Splicy. Hit the inside job. We were a bit closer to death than we thought we were. Yeah, it worked. I'm just gonna get rid of it. Okay. That's something. So this is a Fairchild. It's good to drain Taka. It's really tough when you have to waste a click to empty it. Okay. Legwork pad tap. Legwork seems a bit hard, but definitely good. It just seems a bit difficult. Losing the inside job is a bummer. We'll take the pad tap, I guess. Oh boy. We'll be fine. We have no agendas. We'll be fine. So we have still 7 credits. We can use these credits for anything. Daily cast is coming in. We'll draw once. Miss Bones probably is not worth installing this matchup. That being said, they are actually running Adonai, which is value. But with double pad tap, it's value enough. I think we have to run this, don't we? Okay, so again, to run this is 3 credits. This is 3 credits. That's 6 credits to run it. We have 4, 5 free. I think we run it again. Gene Splicer is just 2 damage. If we trash 2 Gene Splicers, they have to do something else. We're a bit weak to Punitive. I don't know if that's a bait or not. Something. Run R&D? That's another option for sure. With 6 credits, I think I like that a bit better. None of the next dice is on 6, is it? Besides Opal? And the fact that they're saying this might be a bait, like this could easily be a bait. Running R&D for 2 seems pretty good. I agree with that. We'll draw into a Bravado. Damn, we're good. Problem is if we Bravado that we don't have money. We probably have enough money. F it. Please be Junebug? Yeah, I know. Just, we gotta remember to use the turning wheel. Cool thing here is that this is an agenda. They can't spend more than 4 credits resing ice. Nice, 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 nice. Oh, we are goofed up. We are goofed up. Okay, hold on. So we don't want to let this fire because it'd be bad. We technically knew that was there. So this is 2 strength to boost. So 2 to swap to make it a code gate. 2 to boost, 2 to boost, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we have 3, 5, 6, 7. We have exactly enough money. Oh, I think we have 1 more, in fact. I feel like that didn't work properly. I feel like we used too many credits there. Yeah, we can break it. Wait. That seemed good, like not right. Something was wrong there. You clicked 3 times, but it only gave you 2. What? It's goofing it up right now. Can I read? Not sure. Let me redo that to pay the 3 subs. We're just gonna do that again. Bravado, R&D. Yeah, it was okay. So we'll definitely do this properly. Okay, so we're currently on 3, 8. So we have 9 credits worth of credits. 9 credits. So we spend 1, which puts the credit on there. That didn't do it. Like, that's broken, right? Like, we didn't make it a code gate. Ugh. Yeah, it's messing up. Okay, so I spent 1 so far. Spend 1 more to make it a code gate. Okay. So 4 to boost. Three to break. All right, manual. It's fine. We're good. We're good. We're good. Hey, you heading out? Okay. After this run, I just need to pop out for 1 second. I'll be right back. Yeah. From Taka. I spent it from Taka, which put 1 on recur. You added 4 to your credit pool? Are you serious? Oh. My bad. Oh man, that looks bad. Yeah, you're right. Clicking it doesn't use it, it adds it to your credit pool. What am I doing? Counter 0. Okay, this is a salad. I can't. Punitive, great. MCA, great. Counter 0. Should be 1. Oh my god. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, I need to run off for a second, so just... That needs a credit. Okay, we'll be right back. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Counter, power 1. But they're not power counters, thank you. All right, we're back. Good afternoon, Labilla. How's it going? It's a bit of a mess here. None of the JNet optimization is working too well. We also know they're on punitive, which is a problem. Oh, we did get money back from Bravado. That seems good. You gain click back. You should have 2 clicks. Wait, really? You need 1 click from turning wheel? Wait, what happened? You lost a click because turning wheel bounced, misclick. Oh, okay. I'll just gain a credit. I ate a click that turn. Just taking credit. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Yeah, because we hit the bounce button on accident. We hit this bounce R&D. Okay. Frank, also, what's up? You have 3 credits too much, I think. When you use member card, give you the credits to pull. Yeah, totally. We definitely goofed it up. What did they do? They clicked for 3. Okay, cool. So we now need a camp against a punitive deck. We have not too many cards. This thing is going to be really hard, but once we get our mantle, R&D, more like joke and D. Career Fair doesn't seem that good. We'll take the Blubbery. We can wait next turn for the Blubbery. We can just bounce HQ 3 times and we'll probably be in good space, and hopefully next turn we'll draw our Breaker. I don't know. Yeah, we did click the bounce wheel. My girlfriend bought me some killer headphones, so now I'm hearing you in beautiful HD. Yo, heck yeah. What kind of headphones did you get? Also, we got a new microphone, so enjoy that. Even better. We're just gonna jack out, it's easier. I'm gonna just bounce HQ, bounce HQ. Accessing multiple agendas though against a punitive deck can be scary. Hopefully we'll have a credit lead. Would Bravado HQ be good? Bravado HQ would be okay. I want to Bravado like this remote more than anything. We knew that this was coming through and we need to trash this. But Bravadoing this was a 4 credit play. It's not bad. It's definitely not bad. But we can definitely Bravado this too. Here, let's get us our mantle. Piss. I don't think we need another pad tap. Oh, actually playing a career fairing out another class act isn't that bad. From Taco? Wait, did we goof it? Oh, we were meant to boost there, didn't we? Yeah, we did goof it. It's fine. Sennheiser HD 599s are phenomenal. Best headphones I've ever had. Ooh, nice. I don't know that. I don't know headphones too well, but that's good. That sounds great. Sen makes really good stuff, of course. Okay, thinking. So if we want to spend 3, we're at 10. That seems like enough to get through this. Again, this is 3 and 6, leaving us with 4, which is enough to trash this. I think we're just going to head and Bravado that. Yeah, we should have Taka the Netmarker for sure. Sorry, all these the stealth interactions are a bit nonsense right now, so we're not doing a good job with them. What's happening? Why are there power counters on Taka? Oh my lord. Okay. This is fine. This is beans. This is fine. This is so bad. TCA is good punitive tech. TCA is, yeah. As soon as they think they're going to punitive us, we keep that in hand and class act it down. Doesn't even need to be a successful run. It scales off the ice we pass though. So it's not much better. Chaos Reigns, oh man. Okay, so we have to get through this thing. I'm just gonna undo this. Oh man. Why are there power counters on Taka? Oh, maybe because we had the power counter thing prompt stuck? Okay. Did we lose a click somewhere? I don't know. I feel like we did lose a click. We played Blueberry Diesel. We're playing Bravado. We should have... Oh, because of MC Austerity. No, we're good. We're good. So I'm just going to do this. Place a credit. So we took a credit. We literally took a credit, right? Yes, we took a credit. No. No. Oh, man. I ended up falling asleep for like 20 minutes. What the fuck is happening? Why does TAC have a power counter? We have no idea. No, thank you. Oh, we could have fully broken there. JNet's breaking Andre. Oh, we play... I was going to say we play Shaper, which is not exactly it, but... This stuff happens. So yeah, we could keep this as punitive pressure, but I feel like we might just have enough money to not punitive out. And I think we just need our bravado to close the game out. Or not our bravado, sorry, our after image. I think we're just going to career fair this thing out. Oh yeah, career fair doesn't work. Cool. Oh, sec testing's okay. Jaden is hungover from its wild rage of an Independence Day party. Yeah, everything's a bit hazy. Oh man, so I think we can tell that our after image is not in the bottom like 6 cards of the deck or whatever because we've been firing class act, but we need it stat. We're gonna be pretty good once we get to there. So they're drawing up. Sec testing is all right, you know, that's like 3 credits on a run, 2-ish credits. If we had Mantle, it'd be 3, but then Hagen would be a bit more expensive. I guess it pays for itself. I don't know why Career Fair won't work. This game has been, a lot of things aren't working the way you thought they would. All right, so that seems like a Rashida, which I think we're fine. They're getting closer to decking. They have 5 more agendas somewhere. They're probably in HQ, and I think they're just waiting to get this remote better. That also is actually more likely, I think, to be a Jinja. So sec testing is good. Paragon's fine too. We'll get that value draw. Sure gamble Earthrise. I don't think we need the Earthrise. I don't think we're gonna have to draw more than 3 more cards. He says, not having his killer. So this is the fun card, right? You can spend stealth credits to access additional card. You can't do this multiple times, right? It's only once. Ooh, upgrade. Okay, that's wild. Imagine a world where we draw our breakers in a timely manner. Yeah, it would be okay. Ooh, there's 4 in archives. Like, we could just run it and die to punitive, I'll be honest. We're still gonna run it anyways. We're gonna use the stealth credit to draw a card, which is a filter draw. There, we got it. Okay, we're good. Mantle to the bottom of the stack. I don't think so. So I think we just want to drop after image and run R&D. We have enough credits. We want to check out what these are, but I think we want to do it once we're on point. Yeah, now we can break things for 2 stealth credits, so good. They have a lot of high sentries. Like, we know there's a diamond here. We don't know what this is. This is obviously a tier, which we can get bypass for 2. You should actually spend the 1. Oh, excuse me, you're totally right. Yeah, that's huge. Oh, this is not gonna work. Do we actually have 4 of these tokens? Is that correct? Love the Cato. This Cato's good. Yo, DJ, how's it going? Afternoon. So we have to watch out that we don't get punitived. Seeing new cards? All right, I think we can see 2 cards will be fine. So this is a turning wheel token. Otherwise, we could play. No, this card's in our hand. I just don't want to die to punitive. If we lock the top 2, we're in a good spot. Spend those stealth cards. I don't want to spend all of them because we're going to need them for after image. It's a good one. Pay 2 to use after image. You spent 2 credits on the pool. Yeah, I took 2 from there and then I paid them out of there, didn't I? Did I not pay? Yeah, I paid 2 and then I added them, so it should be fine. It's a Maryland campaign. We're totally fine with them drawing that in an SSL endorsement. So that lets us get tricks or top credits, which is good. And we got to bounce one of these cards. So it's either the top or the bottom. 50-50 here. Ah, beans. Guess what? Bounce isn't working. Could you bounce the top shiny card in the remote kindly? Yeah, I think we're good. But I totally respect that because we are going to goof it up Oh, this game is going on. I'm going to just go ahead and back out of this prompt. Going to go ahead and back. We are trapped. We are literally trapped. And I'm trapped. Can you try ending the run? No! Try jack out. Oh, that's a good one. That's actually, yeah, I like that a lot. What am I doing? Quick find? That's a button? Nice, nice. Thank you. Huge, 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 huge. We got a turning wheel counter though. We shouldn't get that. GG, lol. Okay, that doesn't work. Counter power 2? This isn't power counters, are they? Oh, it is a power counter. Okay, that's exactly why that's goofing up. All right, well, we're just gonna bounce HQ and lock R&D. This is bad. Your hell part 2? No, this is okay. It's totally worth knowing that JNet is way more, this is few and far between. Okay, so they just drew a Maryland. They have 11 cards left in R&D. Even if we jump this down, we can see a couple more. That's probably the Maryland, which, like, if they res that, we're totally fine with. We're just gonna go back in R&D. Like, it's gonna be a struggle for them for after image. We're gonna do archives, which is, you know, 3 credits. Seems good. We probably want to check what's in there too. Oh, also we're getting our pad tap money off of this, which is sweet. It finally pays off. Mantle to the bottom of the stack? No. Well, we could consider playing Mantle. But now we're just gonna run R&D and see 2 more cards. Oh, we could actually just bounce here. We'll see if they don't res. Oh, there we go. They do res. Okay, so now we're gonna commit. I don't actually know if we need the class act anymore. We could trash the class act. How's turning wheel got another counter after you manually fixed it? Because we bounced HQ last turn. Yeah. 2. Oh my god, I don't know what's power 2. We put 2 power counters on Trickster Taka. Okay. Those are the counters that we try to put on turning wheel and they get stuck somewhere in the queue. Whatever. So then we'll break 3. I'll just do it manually. Continue to counter. No, thank you, but we will bypass it. So we'll do 1 from here. Oh, that fixes that. 1 from there. I feel like that was fine. We might be wrong. Who knows? Okay. We'll access another from R&D. We won't bounce. Access server. So we see 2 fresh cards. It's another Maryland. Okay. And a Satyr Adaptive Barrier, which they probably want to put on R&D, which is pretty good for them. I think we can check archives here. We could lose. Also could win. Oh, they're typing. Both credits have to be from Netrunner. Just both from Stealth. I took 1 from Taka and 1 from Merker. Yo, I'm confused too. It's just not. Didn't pay for FC3? I thought we did. You're right, we might not have. It says you paid 1 for your credit pool in the log. Deck is killer. It's a, oh, there it is in there. All right, so that's another SSL, which is bad for us. They still need a double punitive us. We do get a Leela bounce, so we can bounce the Maryland, which doesn't matter. We'll get Taka credits. Same server 2 bounce, kindly. And now we're on game point, but we are weak to punitive. Beans. Ah! getting warm in here. So we have 14 credits. That SSL didn't give them counters. That SSL didn't give them counters? Oh, this is so hot. Yeah, Hachimaji is correct. Can they afford double punitive green given the Mercur? I don't know. I don't think so. That Mercur doesn't have credits. This is good. This is fine. This is fine. I think we're just gonna click for a credit. I don't think they can double punitive us. They're gonna gain 1 credit boost off the SSL. No, they're gonna get 4 credits more. It's unlikely, but there's a chance. The one I just stole though. I didn't want to trash this because it doesn't actually give them credits this turn, and we need to keep our credits ahead. House on fire, this is fine. You said Mercur, you mean SSL. Oh, excuse me, did I say Mercur? Oh, sorry. Sorry. Yeah, I typed Mercur. Yup. So gain 3. Yeah, we could die to punitive after all of this. All right, so 13 to 14 seems less likely now. I don't know if they took the credits off of this. It doesn't look like they did. Pat Tap came off the Maryland though. Oh, that's interesting. You said Mercur. Yeah, I know. How long? How's it going? That happens a lot when I'm thinking a lot of things at once. Counter credit 6. It should be on mine, but that shouldn't matter. Good with me. So that's the second Maryland. Now punitive is off the table if we survive this turn, so whatever. It looks like they're just gonna do value puny, which is fine. I don't think we care about our hand. It will matter for like, because they are running, what's it called? Gene Splicers. So they're doing 13. No, we just take 3 damage. They don't have any clicks left. That's fine. They could complete image us. That'd be cool. So I think we do trash this Maryland. They have no money. We have a Miss Bones. Yeah, I think we do just trash it. We'll draw once. It's a value draw. Mantle or legwork. Honestly, the legwork's probably the right play. Yeah, Mantle's money. They just run archives. I think we're still locked in R&D if I'm not mistaken. I think there's a Satyr on top. So no. Is this gonna work? Oh, we should have boosted. Oh, they can shuffle now. Oh, that actually was, now that they did break lock. Never mind, that was stupid. Should have thought that out. I think we just want to run archives and then we'll boost to put a credit on something else. If they res this Maryland, it's fine. We're gonna get our money anyways. Miss Bones too. Server 4 snare, it could be. We died a double neural or complete image if they can guess this card, which is a wild guess. Oh, I was meant to boost this. Whatever. This is way too complicated to ask for a click back. There's the Jinja on the remote, which again, they probably have cards in HQ agendas and they're just waiting to build a stronger remote. But I think we can lock R&D. There's probably 2 agendas in HQ, maybe 1 more in the deck, which is a lot. We do have to respect snare though. Like we have to draw it before we interact with R&D. Could also pay 1 from Mercur to trigger itself when trashing Maryland to save some from Miss Bones. Yeah, there's a lot of things we could have done better there. Oh, we definitely do that. That's like a bad pub. Yeah, we should have done that for sure. That was stupid. Thank you. Yeah, I haven't been playing perfectly. We also know that's a Surveyor, which shouldn't matter too much. I just don't know what this upgrade is. Oh, preemptive. Okay, that's obviously good. Putting back into Hagen, another Surveyor, which the double Sentry R&D, we're going to be in a tougher spot. But then I reckon we use Angola to deal with Surveyor. And they did Gene Splicer. Okay, good stuff. We'll do Archives. Pat Tap's trigger. I don't know if you'll ever empty Miss Bones though. No, we probably won't. Okay, so we'll draw out a snare. And then we'll run R&D, we'll C2, and then we'll run archives. We want to run second click at least, or second last click, so we can steal. We haven't seen their other agendas. They could either be on Iquar or Vacheron. Vacheron will be a bigger issue. Oh, God. help us. Do you know the outer HQ ice? Yeah, it's a Fairchild, period. Fairchild. We could just be farming Turning Wheel, I'll be honest, and then just see a lot of R&D. Like, they still have to install Double Advance and score Gene Splicer. Like, they're not favored unless we misstep and hit Double Snare, which they can't afford. Okay, we got snared on Thursday, so good. So, 2 strength. Is this work? It does work. We probably didn't need to use 2. We also could definitely save a credit by trashing a card. Also not getting value out of the mantle, I'm aware. Why is that not doing it? Okay, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Ikawa. Ah, we got it. Okay, so that's why we kept the click left. We did in that order. We're out of the woods. Ace. Sorry about all that salad. Didn't started falling apart there. Getting through tier for 2 is killing. Yeah, I saw the big sentries. Was really excited to get stealth going. Just couldn't find that cat. Matush, how's it going? VK 50-minute game. Yeah, I know. And like that easily could have been a 30-minute game. I felt like we spent 20 minutes just like sorting stuff out and rerunning. That's a bit of a bummer. Whatever. I'll turn some more lights on. It's not as... that's better, isn't it? All right, so what do we know? I think we knew every single snare. Oh, there is snare. Yeah, I was drawing up on that run to respect snare. Yeah, so they had a snare in there. Obviously that's not gonna be a problem because I don't think we're gonna contest the Jinja. We only need 1 more agenda and they still need a lot of work and we're Leela, so this seems fine. So it's good. If they ice up archives, like our money gets a lot harder to get value from. Like on average, we're gonna spend 3 credits to break their ice outside of sentries. So like you can't get too much value on tech testing. Holding 2 Ikawas in hand. Yeah, I think that was our guess. I think that was the guess. But it's miserable to get in there. Probably should have just leg worked. Yeah, we probably should have just leg worked. Like this is the only agenda left in the deck, but like it's so hard for them to still score out. And like we could have got through one of these for cheap. This is not expensive. If they res this, like they're not gonna have any more money. So we probably should have just drawn the legwork and closed the game off. I'm pretty bad at making those sort of like decisions where it's like, okay, I'm gonna spend a lot of money. Like, okay, I have an issue. Thanks, you too. I have a lot of problems when it comes down to like, okay, our 2 options are to go all in and make what's mathematically not a pretty risky play when it comes to like working all this money. And if it fails, they have a scoring window. Legwork is so good against cybernetics, mind you. Like they only have 4 hand size. But I'm pretty bad at that, where I think like, okay, I can lock R&D and probably still win the game anyways, and it's something that has like less variance associated to. Not that there's not much variance when it's 2 agendas and 4 cards with legwork. Yeah, I don't gamble, which is kind of bad considering we're making like content, and it's way more interesting if it's exciting. But I feel like I'm so loss aversion. There's so much loss aversion, unfortunately. It's awesome. What's up? No big fake chat? Oh yeah, there is. It is. That would have been another line. Yeah. Lawson, how's it going? Have they been taking SSL credits? Yeah, they actually put the credits on the thing, so it's working properly. They have been taking them. We deserved win, but kudos to both of you for ending the Jane and ordeal here. Yeah, we can definitely put that one away for now. It's a cool deck for sure. Q-Loop, this would have been a labyrinth of card order. Oh my god, Q-Loop is so annoying. It's a really strong card, but when like, you know, everything Angolo asks you on every ice, Q-Loop asks you on the run, it's absolute wild. There's so many triggers. Then when you have like a paperclip in the bin that you're not interested in installing, I guess that doesn't happen a lot, like a code gate. MK Ultra. Let's build a deck. How's everyone doing, by the way? It is a Sunday. Hopefully, I think it's a Sunday for everyone, right? I guess there's a chance it's a Monday. How's the Monday going? We're gonna build a deck. I wanted to experiment a bit with City Works project, just because it seems a lot good without Film Critic around. You can dedicate it, which makes it really hard to steal. We also have Punitive, which is really good without Film Critic around. So we just need to get money. Build Acme. I think we're gonna do Wayland just because we want to do that. But Acme is definitely interesting. I think NBN Glacier needs a lot more experimentation. Seems pretty good. Whack me. So just to show you the card that we want to build around CityWorks project. So if you don't know, it's a 5.3. It's public, which means it has to be installed face up, which shouldn't be an issue. And then you can put advancements on it, either by dedicating it or just by advancing it yourself. And then they either need to take 5 meat damage or 4 meat damage, which is very difficult for them to contest the remote, steal this, and survive, let alone survive the punitive counterstrike that is definitely following it. It seems pretty good. This is a card that I've been struggling about. Even in like not particularly competitive Wayland lists, somebody will put this out turn 2, turn 3 behind one good piece of ice, and it's a struggle to deal with. It really, really is. I've had worse on the Anarch side, helps a lot. It's also a face-up agenda, which for what it's worth, Leela cannot bounce. Not that we really have to build around Leela too heavily, I don't think, but it's pretty good. Casting Call CityWorks, I think it might be overkill, but and actually I think it might not be good, because the better thing that you can do is digital rights management. And digital rights management lets you install it within the click, which is so important because then you're threatening to score it immediately, and Casting Call takes a click to install it. So unfortunately, DRM is probably a bit better than Casting Call. I don't think we need to make this even harder to steal, even though we definitely could. Verbo says SSO for ID. There's a couple options. SSO is definitely an option. I feel like we want to build. So SSO is interesting. It controls what ice you can play and you want to play. I don't think it's necessarily the identity you need to play as. I actually don't know how SSO is in the modern meta, but running mostly 3-pointers, and I guess they can have money with mass comps and stuff like that. They did lose whatever that grid is called. I forget the name at the moment, but they do still have wall to wall, which is an asset, which is a lot harder. I guess they don't even need that stuff. Kayambe, excuse me. But yeah, I think we can largely play anything. Like honestly, the 5/3s and Argus is probably fine. I feel like I'm leaning a bit more towards the outfit just because we can get more money. I have no doubt we would want to play Too Big to Fail, just because you can do a punitive, spend all your money, Too Big to Fail, and a second punitive, and that's probably good enough. So that seems pretty good. From there, once we get that down pat, I feel like we can kind of branch out to weirder stuff. Like Builder of Nations is only interesting because it's a 40 what's it called, deck size deck, so you can just run 6 3-pointers and actually have a bit more of a taxing remote when it comes to them taking a meat damage when they interact. For what it's worth, without Kayambe grid, Wayland, the Builder of Nations got a bit worse, and every time I build Builder of Nations I regret it immediately. So it's been about 3 months, so I feel like we're in an okay pot to try it. Brandon says, I sent you my Duke list in Discord, deck list in Discord. It's a very good CityWorks deck. Oh, no way. Okay, I'll definitely check that out. Acme apparently is bugged on JNet, says Fad. Don't do that to yourself. Okay, good to know. Thank you. DRM isn't threatening to score either. You can't score agendas that turn. Yeah, but you don't score into a 5/3 in the same turn anyways. Like the idea is that you put the CityWorks project on the table and then you say, steal this turn or I'm scoring it next turn. Like you're not going to fast advance to 5/3, so it doesn't matter. You can threaten to score 5/3 agenda on the next turn, which you can't do with Casting Call because you can DRM advance events. Yeah, exactly. No, that's totally the point. Lacosta grid to build unstealable CW. Oh, that's really cool too. The issue, and maybe issue isn't the right word, as soon as we're trying to play Lacosta in HB, so this is Lacosta grid, which lets you get you a free advancement, which is fine now. Generally, the region that you'd play in a deck with advancements was Kayambe, but that rotated, so this is a consideration. But the reason why that seems a bit better is, well, not a bit better. What I'm trying to say is that if we're going to play Lacosta grid, we're going to play False Flag, and that's an issue because we always end up down there, and it's never great. I'm not sure how good BON is without Kayambe. I think you just play wall to wall, but the fact that it's an asset obviously is a lot worse. You also did play Masfingo, but yeah, maybe a Dudadois? I doubt it. But yeah, if we play Lacosta, we play False Flag. You can pre-res dedicate this. This seems kind of fun. Maybe that's what you can do. Obviously this is bad, but like this is not optimal. But the idea is that with all these like 6 3-pointer decks, you need another way to get another agenda. This is not the easiest way considering we have hostile takeover in faction if you want to just play more agenda points. But this is definitely jank. And the idea is that you can install Resist dedicated, and with a Lacosta, it will be on what? They'd have to take 2 tags and trash it? Jank, so it'll make the stream fun. Yeah, we might try this. Lacosta grid and Argus Crackdown means you still do 2-turn score. Oh! Lacosta with Argus Crackdown is interesting because you can do the 2-turn score. Yeah, that's totally true. And Argus Crackdown is kind of relevant. That's interesting. Would pairing CityWorks with Ben Musashi be a right fit? Or is the influence better elsewhere? Oh, Ben Musashi is actually pretty fine as well. The issue that I find with Ben Musashi a lot of the time is like the difference between 2 net damage and 1 net damage is pretty minimal. I just feel like there's so many decks that would get much more value if they just didn't play Ben Musashi and they just played Prysac. Like, it's kind of a bummer, right? Like, Prysac is free, not free to use, it's 2 to use. Ben Musashi's 1. Ben Musashi only protects agendas, does 2 net damage, but same trash cost. And then you can play Prysac, which is no influence, does a tag, which is very meaningful, not only because we can play tag punishment, which I doubt we can, but because we can trash assets, or sorry, resources. Like, I don't know. I feel like Ben is definitely better without Film Critic. I just don't see why we'd play Ben out of faction when we have Prysac, which is like, arguably better because you can put it on any server and it works. That's kind of the issue with Ben, right? Prysac's just good. Political dealings Lacosta. Install and get advancements clicklessly. Man, that is such salad. I like that. You actually can do that, can't you? Costa's beginning of turn, right? Oh no, but you can't do political dealings because unless you draw, because your mandatory draws after beginning of turn. So you need some way to draw. So like that would need to be like a Lotus or whatever that card is called. What is that card called? The new agenda from Jinteki. Something to do with Flower Sermon. Yeah, like you need to be able to draw before you start a turn. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. How's it going, Grim? Would pairing City Works with Ben Musashi be right fit? I read that, excuse me. Yeah, Flower Sermon, thank you. So Ben says additional cost, so Ben doesn't kill, right? No, Ben will actually never kill too. That's a good point. They must suffer 2 net damage additional cost. So the cool thing about Ben is that they can't avoid it as a cost. So like they can't protect it if they're running like a Caldera or I don't know what the heck protects net damage. So that's kind of one of the upsides about Ben. But like you can't, I don't know. How do you protect 1 meat damage with Prysac? Like it's still really hard. RCG, how's it going? Hey Andre, welcome to stream. How you doing? Yeah, that's totally true about Ben. That's interesting. It's an additional cost and not like an on-axis trap. Also, the cool thing about Prysac is like if they don't see the Prysac because you don't pre-res it, they could run, steal the CityWorks project, take the damage, and then access the Prysac and die. Well, Ben just says you can't steal, you know, which is obviously a bit different. Anyways, let's build something. And you just end up with a Flower Sermon POID deck. Yeah, you just end up with a political dealings deck. Like Lacosta is probably just worse than Jeeves. It is really cool though. That's a super interesting idea. Okay, so do we build Builder Nations or is anybody gonna convince me not to? I will wait a second. Builder Nations doesn't have money, do they? Jemison also doesn't make a lot of sense, right? Because unfortunately, like I think Jemison's really cool and we should be playing more of it, but Jemison works on forfeiting agendas. Now we want to play a punitive deck, and a punitive deck means we are only going to run 3-pointers, so we're going to get literally no value from Jemison. Threatening moving counters to CityWorks? That is really spicy though. Oh my god, that is so spicy, that's worth doing. Okay, so Jemison is like kind of the coolest because Jemison is one of the few cards in the game that lets you move advancement tokens at instant speed. So if you haven't seen this trick before, whenever you forfeit an agenda, that's what Jemison says. You can place 1 advancement token on a card and an additional token for each agenda point that agenda is worth. So at minimum 1, at average like 3, which is a lot. So the idea is that someone runs CityWorks project and then you say access and they say yes, which means they committed to it and there's still a paid ability window between those points after they've agreed to commit to access the card. And then you find out some way to forfeit an agenda, which admittedly is a bit tricky. There's not too many ways to do that whenever you'd want. And then you put additional counters on here and they die. That's the idea. Will that work? I don't know, maybe. It sounds really cool that you can just score a hostile and then 2 CityWorks. The thing is like there's not that many ways to forfeit agendas. The best you could do is like put an upgrade on this, specifically the only upgrade that lets you forfeit, which is oh man, it's been a while since I played Jemison. Whatever that upgrade is that lets you advance. Any BON deck is better than Titan, change my mind? No, this deck won't be because we are literally going to be playing no advancement counter agendas. Oberth, thank you, Maui. BON is basically mitigated by buffer drive? No, well, it depends. Like, how long can you make a name? I think the thing with Builder of Nations is we're not trying to build a grind deck. And firstly, buffer drive isn't everywhere. It's even very not common modernly now that people have played it and realized like it's not doing a lot. And I feel like we're going to see it even less on the basis that the ban list has targeted Kakugo, Breach Dome, and all the sort of grind decks. So Builder Nations is more the idea that if they run a remote, they have to take a meat damage, which means the punitive is slightly easier. Now, whether any of that's going to be better than the fact that we just have more money if we play the outfit, that's kind of the issue. But the grind aspect of this deck doesn't matter. I don't care. Jemison's my favorite jank. Jemison used to be my favorite ID. I just haven't played in a long time. Don't play Builder Nations, Andre. It always makes you salty. Yeah, it does. It does. Time for a Quarantine Systems deck. That was actually, like, I think we had published deck lists for Jemison, and they all have Quarantine System in it. It was also a lot better back then because people were playing Val Blackmail, and that was good. I think we've published some decks with Quarantine System in it. We don't really publish decks anymore, do we? Akata's really good with CityWorks. It can add a little sneaky advancement. Yo, Wiggle, how's it going? But then you need to triple advance the thing, though, right? Oh, wait, we didn't publish any. That's weird. Okay, we didn't publish any of those. I guess we published them on the channel. Okay. Poglas, if you build Builder Nations, I will speak only in a Jar Jar voice from here on out. That kind of sounds fun. I'll be honest. Okay, just like, okay, SSO obviously is possible. Builder Nation seems like the worst option. I think the outfit's the best option. God, SSO decks all play the same, don't they? Not that it's bad. The Jemison one sounds really cool. Yeah, whatever. Let's do it. Here we go. Let's build a deck. Okay. Your webcam quality is amazing. Yeah, actually, it's not even a webcam anymore. This is, I borrowed the camera from work. It is an A7S II with a nice old lens on it. Thank you for noticing. We replaced it the other week. Not that many people figured it out. Okay, CityWorks project. So the thing with Jemison is we have to build this narrative, which is really cool. So the idea is that we have to score easy agendas, then we can score harder agendas, and then harder agendas. Or bigger agendas, right? So the idea is that you need to build this distribution. It makes Jemison awkward when you like draw all your 3-pointers at once, but what can you do? Guessing with Jemison you need standoff or hostile. Yeah, I think we'll definitely do hostile. I'm not the biggest fan of standoff because it only gives you 1 advancement in Jemison. That doesn't seem good enough. But I could be wrong. So that we play 3 CityWorks, good stuff, I guess. The thing that we're also going to struggle is how to get value from dedication ceremony in here, because I definitely want to dedicate a CityWorks project. Red level clearance is also a very good Jemison card. It lets you score from hand easily. The thing is, like, our Jemison deck is not going to be very fast advance based. Like, we're a punitive deck. I think. Like, our Jemison, we're trying to do 2 things at the same time, which is, you know, pretty ambitious with deck building. But I don't know. False lead, divested trust. Oh, divested trust is interesting. False lead is, oh, false lead you can remove at just about any time. Oh, actually, this is perfectly what we need. No, this is really good. Because we can do this during a run as long as they have more than 2 clicks left. Mushin Oberth? What? What does Mushin Oberth do for you? DRM Deddy? Yeah, we're going to do DRM Deddy. BBW is probably not the best acronym to use. Oh, building a better world? Oh, man. Speaking of, like, okay, I'm assuming this. Maddie and I dug up an old copy of... Has anybody played Android Mainframe? They basically reskinned this old Spanish game, I think, and they made it into like this abstract puzzle game in the Netrunner lore. And the tagline on it is, oh man, I don't know if we can find it. It's so funny. It's like, it talks about cyber domination, a game of cyber domination, which, like, yeah, there you go. A game of cyber domination for 2 to 4 players. I'm pretty sure if you Google cyber domination, this is not what shows up. I think that's something totally different. Did they not even search that? Anyways, this game's not very good. We've talked about it before. It's okay, not amazing. Yeah, it's all right. Ocean Addicts, SMH. Yeah, right? We're not fast events, so we probably want DRM. Yes, I think we want DRM, but I think we want DRM for the CityWorks play. You don't need to hear about your search history. Yeah, right? Exactly. It's a fair Mushin if it's a CWP. Oh, like Mushin is CWP? That's just as good as dedication though. And it's even worse because we can't put it in a remote with ice in it. And that might be a problem because if we're playing Oberth, we wanted to put in an existing remote. Actually, no, it doesn't really matter. You can res this anywhere. Oberth doesn't work with Oberth. Since you're placing advancement counters not advancing. Mushin doesn't work with Oberth. Wait, I still don't understand why Mushin and Oberth would matter. Oh, but you can't do it anyways because you have to do it into a new remote. Like no matter what, this shouldn't work. First time you advance a card, inner protecting the server. But the thing is, like, Mushin forces you to make a new server. So there's no Mushin Oberth. It's just not, let alone, this is when you advance a card, right? This places advancements, and this is when you advance a card. So there's 2 reasons why this doesn't work. Mushin plus Junebug play? I don't like Mushin. I just don't like Mushin too much. There's some exposed going around. But the thing is, like, the cool thing about us playing Junebug, which we definitely do, is that if people run it anyways, you just have the Jemison trick. I don't think you need Mushin. Corporate Town? You've said that before. Yeah, I think we need that. Oh man, this Jemison thing is going to be a salad. Okay, let's go. Hostile Takeover. I think the Project Atlas is probably just good enough to play. Okay. I think we need false leads. Yikers. Oh, I'm not confident about this deck anymore. We're meant to play a punitive deck. I don't even think we can punitive this. NAPD Corden? I don't even think it matters because I don't think this is a punitive list anymore. I feel like we've lost the plot. I feel like Cyber Domination is something HB would be all over. Couple of standoffs. Not a big fan of standoff. It lets you res Oberth and like Corporate Town, but it doesn't give you tempo. Like it doesn't do too much. Yo, Garrett, how's it going? Does false lead work with Jemison? Yes, it does. It's really good. It's one of the few things that lets you forfeit during a run, which is super important if you're trying to kill them with CityWorks Project. Hedge fund, IPO. I also feel like we can't play Dedication Ceremony anymore because we just don't have anything that works with it outside of the single CityWorks project. So I think we just don't play it. Like, we've really lost the plot a bit. We'll be fine. If you wanted to go punitive, you probably should do Argus. Yeah, you don't really need too many forfeit effects. Probably the best is going to be like Archer Tithonium, so you surprise them with the big CityWorks and they're already committed to breaking big guys even if they can't steal it. That's true too, is like we can just score CityWorks project. But then like, that's the thing that I don't love, is that like we can sacrifice a 1-pointer or a 2-pointer to score CityWorks, but then we're only getting 1 or 2 points. Like it doesn't help us win too much, which is obviously the Jemison issue. I guess that's the reason why if you're just forfeiting for ice that you would want standoffs. Go advanceable ice, then you can always push a forfeit onto your ice for value. Yeah, but the value is so minimal too, right? Like if you okay, say you have advanceable ice. Most of the advanceable ice is only good at 3 advancements. If we forfeit a hostile for no reason to put advancements on ice, like if we forfeit to put advancements on ice, I just don't see any way we're gonna win the game. Unless we're like, unless we're exchanging agenda for another bigger agenda or agenda for death for flatline, there's no way we win. I mean, Gems is literally blank if you aren't following the plan of forfeiting agendas. It's true. Change stream title to get cyber dominated by Andre for more viewers. You gotta play the market. That works. Okay. I don't have confidence in here, but we'll figure this out and then we'll immediately change to an outfit deck. All right. Okay, here we go. So we need to play whatever things let us forfeit. What are the cards that let us forfeit? Oberth, definitely good. Archer, yeah, Archer seems good right now. We can play 2 of them. Tithonium's fine. We're not going to play the Wayland one. Sorry, the HB one, because it's a mess. What else can we play? Border Control seems like a fine card. You want to play that. For Centrals, it's been a while since I played a Jemison list. Oh, man, the thing is like Jemison's easy for you to get a double win condition when you do things like whatever the one that is 2 tags, 5 meat damage, stuff like that. Not Broad Daylight, not Crisis Management. I forget what it's called. Somebody will know. Armed Intimidation, like these kind of effects are cool because you can fast advance score these. Corp Town's okay. Things like we have to protect Corporate Town. Yeah, that's fine. Mouseless, yeah, Mouseless for Centrals is fine. It's good. I think we play a single Afshar and then we get upset when we draw in the wrong order. We probably can do Surveyors, but it's a bit flimsy. Like the ordering is not good and we probably want to jam a bit harder than this. Aket, I don't know. I don't love Aket. Like I feel like if we ever triple advance this, we're in a bad spot. I just don't see how we're ever going to advance this card. I feel like forfeiting for ice is a little awkward because you can rarely reso when you need the advancements. I think you're right. If we play too much forfeitable ice, we're in a bad spot. They don't protect Corp Town, they trash it, it's okay. My Jemison was banned around armed, it was based around armed intimidation, boom versus neural. Yes, I see that. I've seen those before. Well, Birth and Archer are enough. Tithonium is sad now the paperclip's back. Oh, yeah, that's actually a really good point. Tithonium seems like trash. Audacity. What's other fast advanced tricks? Because we have a lot of 3-1s and 3-2s. So we'll play a single Audacity, I guess. We have a lot of influence, so like, does Red Planet... Wait, can we just do Rococo? And then with Rococo, we can do actually Dedication? Trickle Light? I think Trickle Light's probably just worse than Biotic. Andrew, what's up? I love that Andre always immediately loses the plot when building decks on stream. It's not the case. Not always the case. Sometimes we get there. Sometimes we start to build Shaper, we lose it. But yeah, you have a good point. Can't go wrong with Rococo Dedi. Is that the full slots though? Like Rococo Dedi is definitely just good. But like we're getting close to slots. I think we have to play a single preemptive. I don't know. We don't have too many forfeit abilities. Cut Corptown. Red level Dedication Rococo is great. Yeah, red level seems okay. It's what, 2 influence? But like now we have too much of everything. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Trickle Light. I just don't think we're gonna advance our race. Prisec. Well, I don't think Prisec matters. We're not a punitive list anymore too. Like that's such a big issue. So we lost. We've now gone to a fast advanced deck that can have unscorable CityWorks projects. Also, we're missing a lot of ice. 6, 8, 9, 10. We need about like 4 or 5 more ice. So now this is a bad Titan. Yeah, Kyle, we got there. We got there to bad Titan. We did get there. Red level also works on Oberths. Yeah, red level is good. Red level is just good. It works on Rococo, works on Oberth, lets us draw. Ooh, Ice Sweep though is miserable. Ice Wall, Firewall. So barriers generally aren't great because they don't face check and do anything. Like it's just compared to Border Control where you get some money back. Like it's just, they hit it, that's it. So I'm not a big fan of that. Barriers also aren't that taxing modernly with Paperclip. Like they break a Firewall for 4, you rest for 5. Like Eli breaks for that much. That's not true. We're nearing 49, don't have ice or money. Yeah, we do have some money. But that's kind of the issue when we run so many 1-pointers. Ugh. Standoff, Hostile, and Hostile are technically money. Veritas, yo, Bartosz, how's it going? Veritas is okay. I honestly don't know how Veritas stacks up. I missed the other one. Well, we do have Surveyor in here. So now that's a bad Titan. Engram Flush. Engram Flush doesn't do anything for us. This feels terrible. Spiderweb is sometimes cute against Boomerang. Yo, this deck is trash. Engram's a good idea. I don't know. Oh, we literally had to, oh no, those didn't count as agendas. Oh, this is so bad. What are we doing? Okay, so this is our draw. Opening hand, we mulligan that. 2 archers, not good. This opening hand, this is all right. So against Criminal, we would H-Ace, we would Ice HQ. We would probably do double credit. Next turn, we just score this out. From there, we can do Archer Remote, install Alice Advance. Then when we forfeit the Resi Archer, we get more counters on the Alice. That's a good play. Weak to Inside Job. We'd score the Atlas out, hopefully jam the Oberth, and then next turn we can pull Atlas counters, but it's a bit rough because we're still not going to win. It's about to go to a walk. How can I miss you playing Jemison? Open fridge, take cold beer, enjoy the game. Yay. Oh boy, now we're locked into Jemison. Vanilla, Enigma. I don't know. Has anybody traded Bailiff in Wayland? I feel like it's fine compared to Vanilla. It's just as weak to Amakua, but at least it gets you value. So here we draw. Probably just jam the DRM, put a Spiderweb on the remote, score out the false lead, hopefully. Okay, that didn't feel awful, but we also don't have 7 influence spent. How do we fix that? Biotic Labor? So what happens when you don't list the original plot? I know! We got so lost. Hold on. We have other Jemison lists. We built a Jemison list modernly. How did we spend influence? Fight Night ran 2. Oh, that was a weird one. Oh, this is a year ago. We're not even running Rashida and NGO. Like, that seems like an issue. And you see, this is a better agenda suite. Ugh. This deck actually seems okay. Ooh, Prycon. Lacosta? Yeah, I actually kind of like Lacosta. Do we like Lacosta? We're a fast advance deck. We don't like Lacosta, do we? Doesn't even have Rashida. Yeah, that seems like a problem. Oh, okay, hold on. That's some slots. We're 50 nice. I don't think this Lacoste is good, right? Because we're not going to jam into the remote. NGO, I don't feel like... Aren't we a fast events deck? Do we need NGO? Eric, what's up? The stash lets you run one less agenda points for real index. Oh, you can only wish. That'd been cool. How's it going, by the way? Nah, but you don't have enough money? Yeah, we probably don't. The Rashidas help a bit. I don't know how good this corporate town is. Like, if we res the corporate town, we're so far behind. Like, in terms of just winning the game out. Is this where you just put, like, a swordsman in or an IP block and call it a day? Red level clearance? Yeah, we got it. It's got a bunch worse now. It works with Lacosta, sorry, with Oberth. It doesn't work with anything else. Like, this isn't by no means necessary for the deck. Yeah, we put IP block. Okay, so this opening hand's okay. After HQ, Mouseless R&D, Surveyor Remote, not very good. We would do draw once, Rashida Remote Credit. Hopefully Rashida fires. From here, we don't have Dedi, so the CityWorks project is so much worse. Ugh. Ibrahim Salem, I just feel like if we use Ibrahim Salem and we forfeit an agenda just to take cards out of hand, it doesn't do anything for us and puts us far back. Let's try to score some Vanity Projects. Yeah, honestly, Vanity Projects wouldn't be the worst, especially in a punitive deck. But actually adding force to punitive decks doesn't help you that much. And it means you lose faster. Red level clearance, Biotic TBTF. Bionic TBTF. Yeah. Yeah, I buy it. I don't know how good too big to fail is though. Okay, opening hand. Keep it. Just score this. Next turn. Centrals. Go. Biotic out false lead. Go. We could win that one actually. Oh man, and we just DRM. Once you score a false lead, you just DRM out of the 5-3, the CityWorks project, and you double advance it. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, Lacosta false flags. Well, we want to do false flag in another deck. This deck has nothing to do with false flag. It's meant to be a fast deck. But like when we build the hopefully better version of this, so we can get away with it. I feel like this Lacosta isn't good. I think we need to do something else with Lacosta, and we actually probably have a deck here. How can we spend 6 influence? That's a lot. What can we do with 6 influence? Complete image? CWP without punitive just feels really awkward. Yeah, it totally does. But the point is that we're going to be able to try and kill them flatline by like doing putting advancement counters on it so they can't steal it. Hardening needs for value. Spending all our money just to give them some tags isn't value when we don't have punishment. Can you move video to right bottom? Yeah, sorry, thank you. Like hardening and used and we spend like 9 credits on it, we lose the game. Chunky Ice, I don't think we can afford it. Something better than Veritas? Veritas seems okay, but yeah, we could. Love the idea, top of my list to build on stream along with Apex. Arc Lockdown to combat Paperclip. Again, the fact that we don't have like, so putting like a single card like this, I'm so sorry if it sounds like this or people are suggesting things and I just shoot it down like a dickhead. But here's the way I think at least. Arc Lockdown, cool, it's good against Paperclip. We only have so many barriers, one of them can be traced through. But at the end of the day, the fact that no, don't leave. The fact that we can't tutor the Arc Lockdown, like we're not playing counter, what's it called? The Wayland tutoring operation. Consulting visit means that we have to draw it at the right time in a deck where we can't control it. It's just not particularly great. But if we were like more built off of destroying things and we had consulting visit, that works. What's false lead for? Only for slowing the runner down? No, the false lead's like the combo of the deck. I actually want to run 3 of these. The idea is that when false lead is scored, then they can run a CityWorks project and we can forfeit it and then put 2 more counters on this, which could be lethal. Yeah, I'll play 21 agendas. Yeah, I don't know about Lacosta. Arc Lockdown supports Tithonium well, but I don't think you have enough program tracing to make it work. Yeah, we don't even have Tithonium. We cut that a bit ago. What's a good 2 ice or money? I feel like double biotic, we might just want money. Stock buyback? Well, we could maybe play stock buyback actually. 3, 4, 5. On average, it gets like 6, 7 credits. It's totally fair. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on some of these cards. Appreciate it. Lockdown with 2 meat damage after run. Forgot the name. Oh, the Crackdown. The thing is like, okay, This is good if you're playing a punitive deck, and that's where we kind of got to, but the idea is that the 2 meat damage doesn't do much. Like, literally, it does nothing. Besides the Cityworks projects. But even then, those are hard, because we have to do install advance without La Costa, so we can't play both of them. 3 level red level is better than 2 biotic? I don't think so. This lets you score an agenda from hand. Red level doesn't do that. Yvonne, aggressive secretary, we don't care about program destruction. Like, Junebug would kill them in this situation a lot of time. I prefer that. Okay, let's just get, I don't know, what's 2 influence on some ice? We don't have to spend all our influence. I feel like ice isn't a problem. Yeah, we cut dedication. Program trash seems like a distraction. Yeah, we just want to go fast. Like, I don't care. And also, like, if they're anarchs that you trash to programs that doesn't do anything, it's hard to capitalize on that. Fairchild 2 or 3? 2 is kind of interesting. 3 seems a bit expensive. The brain damage we don't care about. We just want something taxing. What's that Night Dancer? Nailed it. It's so bad with False Lead. Let's go. Gem City Works. Night Dancer is bad because of blower cheat. Night Dancer is just bad. But yeah. Oh man, there's so many cards I say this is not good for the deck, and then I put probably the worst one. It's fun, but 6 credits? Biotic is 4. That's double biotic value. Yeah, it's bad. Night Dancer is bad because Night Dancer. Yeah, it's not good. This just gets us moving though, and then we can test the deck as opposed to trying to figure out the perfect card, which we're bad at doing that. I'd love to see Night Dancer do something cool. It's weird, like, Andrew, there's a lot of cards that can do something cool that don't. That's a stupid sentence. But like, I mean, like, Manta Grid isn't the worst. Night Dancer just isn't statted well, so it'll probably never do something cool. Like, at the end of the day, if you force Night Dancer to do something cool, like Helheim servers or like Marcus Batty, like, you could have just played a Bionic. But that being said, like, I think Manta Grid is underlooked, and I think there's some cool things you can do with that. Tier is obviously very good. They did better things that give that sort of effect. Odoroshi doesn't do much, because there's only one agenda for that to care about. And in the early game, it's garbage. Like, they will just access the agenda. Like, we're better off just playing, no doubt. This deck would be way better off without Night Dancer with instead Slot Machine. Because Slot Machine has a chance to get 3 advancements, let alone has a chance to give us money. But if Night Dancer ever works, it's the best card in the game. I'm joking, but like, if it fires, we'll be very happy. Oh, if you're just tuning in, my back hurts. I don't know, the last 2 nights, just sleeping. Y'all have that? Do y'all have scoliosis yet? The bottom of my back, just not good. I don't know how to sleep. I sleep on my stomach. I think that's wrong. With all that said, you're playing it. Why? Because we never have. And if it fires, it's good for our deck. And because I was tired of deck building. Elusive says, since forever. You're back? Oh, no. Forever? That's a bad sign. Jim says, wait till you get old. Oh, no. What do you do? Gotta remember to stretch. Do you stretch before you go to bed? Or you just stretch as a person? That sounds way more reasonable. My neck hurts. I'm sorry. Especially sitting at the computer. Yeah. A good thing, at least because of this camera, is I have to kind of sit a bit more straight, which is kind of nice. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm meant to sleep on my stomach and then like put a pillow so that my spine is straight. I think that's what the internet taught me. Yeah, I need to stretch. Ooh, Sunny. That's slow. That's good. We do have a card that says Trace 2 on it, though. Thanks, you too. Sounds good. All right, so we have to go really fast because Sunny eventually gets all her drip economy down and can camp the remote, maybe. So we're off to the races. Also, they do have generally their console, so the Archer is not particularly compelling. So we could just do probably Ice draw. We don't have the Ice HQ. Yeah, we probably want to go fast. I'm not going to Ice HQ. Actually, no, they do run a fair bit. Well, it's too late. We drew. White Hat, I guess, but they can run any Central. Gotta get exercise, but allergies say no. That's a bummer. Too old to understand memes. I can't even use Twitter. You're okay not using Twitter, let me tell you. I had to get in the habit of doing it every morning because I was working in a warehouse for UPS for like 2 years. Oh no. Yeah, stretching seems really important with warehouse work. I used to do warehouse work a long time ago, and at least at that point I was younger, so that worked a bit better. So they did gamble and deuces. Did they expose the deuces? No, they drew 2, gained 3. So they don't know what this is. They saw the top card of our deck, which is a biotic. That's scary for them. They put down this card, which really doesn't do much for them. So I love when they do that. This is good enough on R&D. We don't need to end the run a lot of times. And playing this is a bit worse, but hopefully, like, it's not fast, but we might not need more money anymore. And before doof, Sonny, it could happen. Office supplies, 2 credits to draw 4. 1 credit worse than I've had worse. Veritas is definitely not worth installing. I think it is, just because the subroutines matter. I don't know what their killer strength is. I think it's 1, so they still have to break this for 4. But if they lose 2, we gain 2. I don't care about the trace. It could happen. It could happen, my friends. Unfortunately, it's bad to make it happen here. This is good against Boomerang. And thank God we had this Rashida. Rashida's such a good card. Draw 3 means that you can win fast. Or lose fast. Anyway, something fast will happen. Double Roseki, we need to go fast. Punishing her also is going to be pretty difficult, so... At least she actually might be on Citadel, so it might be hard to do the meat damage trick. The dream is alive or the nightmare. Yeah, it's still good. Oh, so good. Oh, mandatory, excuse me. Obviously, the border control would have been better there. I don't know why we played around, why we put this not on the scoring remote. I'm going to throw something out here. I think it's the Archer. Once I get down to the Nexus down, the Archer's pretty bad, but double trashing Roseki is good. I think we'll just put this on Archives. This is Trace, which at this point will be Trace 6, which is still kind of difficult. But I feel like this is the worst card in our hand. Good that you took the Bionic, yeah. We are playing a Dancer, yeah we are. Sports Hopper, modded down, that's a cool card. That speeds her up a fair bit. A lot of her programs are 3 credits more, and they're pretty slow and expensive. I feel like we can zoom in once more. Yeah. Double Hopper and Nexus. Okay, so the Archer seems a bit worse, and they're gonna Nexus the Night Dancer. It's gonna be a total bummer. I feel like we can do double advance, and then just put this on the remote. And then we can do score Jam Atlas or score IPO next turn, depending on what we want. We push this Atlas? Yeah, we could. I'm totally forgetting that if we biotic it, we don't get counters, so... I just want to make sure we have enough money, because they're going to start checking now with the Nexus, and we haven't rezzed anything. Oh, sorry, I was talking to Sunny with the "we're rooting for you." Whatever. Double chip, that's huge strength boost. So this works well with Amakua, which I'd expect they're probably on 3 of. We only have a single IP block, which isn't particularly good against Sunny. I'm just gonna keep our money up. It makes the Nexus a bit harder, but now we have false lead. So next, Citadel Sanctuary does get around our super meat damage trick. So we're gonna res Veritas here. We probably res it for 2. I reckon this fires. Sunny's probably my favorite flavor for ID. She's great, I love her. The flavor is really, really cool. Oh yeah, their Nexus singer. Whatever, that's fine. Scroll chat? Yeah, huge, thank you. I wish I liked the way her deck played. I feel you. But the idea that like even like, oh, beans. Yeah. White hat. Yeah, well, that happens when you don't play fast. They have 5 link. Yeah, we need to play as fast as possible. They're gonna shuffle our Biotic and our Audacity. This is beans. I just love building the big drip engine, but it was more about the engine than about winning for me. Sherman, that's a Fractor, so they can deal with 2 of these. Oh man, Night Dancer's still looking hot. Mouseless. We're gonna get 2 clicks from Night Dancer, it's not gonna do anything. They can run this remote. Oh man, this is a toilet. This is a toilet. Did we not have a Surveyor? What happened to our Surveyor? Oh, we threw it out? Ah. There's so many things we do that don't make sense. Commit. What's the flavor on Sunny? I know she's like a mom, but I don't know much else. So she's mom. She works for whatever this company is called. I forget. But they're basically meant to be white hat pen testers. It's been a while since I looked at the flavor insert. But basically, this is her day job, which is kind of cool. I don't know if she's meant to be crooked. Like I don't think she's doing anything, but she's literally her job is running on Corpse. Global Sec. Thank you. Yeah, of course. Losing deep data mining was a big hit to Sunny IMO. Yeah, it was a huge card. They're not really setting up for a Hushik here, but deep data mining, like turn 1 C5 is stupid. Sunny's basically a corp we cannot stand. Ooh, that's a big old Atlas, my friends. Do we score that or we leave that? I think we leave that and just push the hostile. Nah. If we lose this, we lose the game. All right. All right. We got fast advance this one out. We're good. Yeah, she's a security tester. She's white hat. Which hat are we wearing today, Jack? Is that the flavor text on Jack, actually? Oh, wait. Oh, they were building a Hushik. So they do have the full 5 Hushik here. We can't shuffle it. This is not anything else. So they can basically see 5 cards, if I've counted correctly. We actually could have boosted in there. No. We would have to spend all our money. We'd still lose. So she's like, not some ulterior motive. She runs it because that's put food on table. Exactly. False lead, Oberth, Cityworks, mouseless, false lead. All right, so they take the Cityworks and we lose. Cool. Cityworks is good. If they have another Hushik, we lose. Like, this is so boring, unfortunately. Like, they can just build a rig that we didn't go fast enough and pressure them into remote fast enough that they can just play, okay, run R&D, Hushik, you lose. And so we need a border control in R&D, but I don't think we can do that. So it's either score this. We risk the Hushik no matter what. Like, even if we double ice this, I don't think we does much. Because they can always let this fire. Like, if we put a mouseless in here, it doesn't matter. Let's just give them another pseudo link. And I don't think we have any way to fast advance out of 3-pointer. I love how they stack cards on the runner side. Yeah, they've been doing that for only a week now, maybe? They also can play Black Hat here just to see more cards. Like, Sunny just sets up. If you don't go fast enough, you're in a problem unless you have, like, other tricks. Oh, good game. 3 accesses, that'll do it. One of them was a Hushik. So this deck did nothing. Like, it did nothing. I don't think Night Dancer was even that good anyways. But they just built everything up. They Hushik, that's it. So how much do we have to do to win? Like, we didn't have any Junebug set up. Like, we had no way to set up the Junebug. I guess we did Junebug false lead. That potentially could have been lethal. The thing, though, for Sunny specifically, is like Sunny set up for this. As soon as we dump cards onto the Junebug, or advancement counters, on the Junebug, or advancement counters on the Steelworks project, they can still just react and drop with a Sports Hopper. I put ourselves at like a 5% win rate. We just don't have a really good win rate, because they can react to our traps, which is the only unfair thing this deck is doing. Good game. Yeah, we really don't have a chance there. What could we done with 2 advancement counters? Like, we don't have any threat. Like, we could have pulled a DRM, installed the final, what's it called? What is it called? We could have installed the final 5-3, but now the problem with DRM is we can't fast advance out on it. So I guess we could have just pulled the Cityworks project, pulled the Oberth, and we might have been able to fast advance it, putting us on 5 points, and then we'd have to like Audacity or Biotic out, but we don't have any of that. Junebug cannot defeat the power of Carr. Yeah, totally. They've been better off with the core Wayland that game. This game, yeah, Gemson didn't matter. Besides the threat. But like, we would have gained 4 more credits if we played core Wayland. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this deck is not good. I feel like we just like stick to the plot, which we will after this game, and just play Punitive and 5-3s. We'll probably have a deck. Because I think at a point they did... Punitive is trace, though. Like, I don't think we can trace Sunny with 5 link. Like, I really think even if we have Punitive, our win rate in that is abysmal. Shall we pivot to Outfit and Punitive? We'll do one more, just because I want to see Night Dancer fire. But yeah, I don't think we have any win rate in that matchup. I've been seeing... I don't know if they're new players. They're players that I've been seeing that don't have like a lot of completion rate, and are names we don't recognize. So they're either new players or people testing secretly. On like, not Smurf accounts, but like hidden accounts. I guess Smurfs, but if they're playing against strangers, they're Smurfs. Ooh, Alice, that's scary. Opening hand, double survey archer. Those are the 3 worst ice I think we can draw in our opening hand. We do have the hostile, but I think we're just gonna mull this. Yeah, that's better. I think we just put the mouseless. No, we'll put Spiderweb in archives. Continental's less than a month away. Could easily be Snurfs. Yeah, I think it might be. I think it's just people practicing. I want to play more Alice now that Breach Dome rotated. Hey, have fun. Thanks. You too. Going to you for sticking to it, but I don't think the night is dancing today. Yeah, no, I don't think it usually does. So I think we're going to put this on archives, this on HQ. We'll click for credit. If we are not forced to res anything, we'll just credit IPO to be able to afford both reses. Peddler, that's spicy. Alice. 50 card deck. Did they mull? They did mull. So we'll figure out what Alice is up to. Ooh, that's good. Good stuff already. They're up on 10. All right, so it looks like we can get away with double credit into IPO. I'm hoping that we draw into, what's it called? Biotic or some way to score this because our hand is pretty clumsy. Even just like a single end to run ice with Rashida is good. But again, our deck is running Surveyor and Archer, both pretty bad draws here. I was the Sunny player. I really hope next game your deck goes off. Ooh, I doubt it. Good game though. All right, clear deliberated. They're up on 18. They're threatening something on the Street Peddler. They can install any of these cards, at least one of them, face down. Or sorry, the face down cards. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's really bad. So throwing something out into archives is obviously awful, but having we're gonna have to throw a card out into archives anyways if they run archives. This is so bad. We have to draw an ice. Is it really a Smurf if there's no MMR? Yeah, it could be. There's just a fresh account. Now when you install this, they're just like, I guess I'll run HQ. All right, they found a Rashida. Got him with the snare. Yeah, we're done. We are donezo. That's kind of the issue that just happens with Jemison, is that you need to draw in the right order, or like your plan is so dependent on drawing in the right order at least. Trying to draw so many agendas. I've been practicing. I don't think we've been practicing enough. Why are they just, oh, it's the end of the turn. Ooh, Begot. That's scary. Turntable. Turntable. Oh, okay. Well, that's over. We're done. Nice. The fact that they have turntable is so scary. So we have to jam here. Well, at least jam this before they have turntable. I think we don't have to advance it on the basis that we're not going to throw out a card next turn. But if they run archives, like, oh my god. If they have a fractor, we're so toast. Begot. Run HQ. Okay, so they're gonna get an agenda. They have double Begot in their deck. I love it. That's a cool card. It just usually doesn't make the cut. Hit a Diesel. That's also very interesting. They're on double Diesel, considering like assuming they're on Ivedworse as well, and Zero. Like that's a lot of card draw. So they have a tag. So they're gonna steal an agenda, trash a Whoredom. We could have used that. Still an Atlas. Probably want to clear the tag, but Begot makes a lot of sense with Alice, right? Because you want to pressure both of these. Too bad for them. All the agendas are in. Good luck milling us. Yeah, you're totally right. They're safe. Run amok. Oh my god. Yeah, you do need a lot of draw on a 50 card deck for sure. Oh, don't worry, we can put an agenda on the table. I honestly think we DRM from no, we don't DRM from a deck. We do install advance. Yeah, that's fine. Gotta make the play. So this is 4 damage and they have to get through nice. And that's why this agenda is abstractly really strong. Like we just have to play this in any other deck. It's hard to steal, especially with punitive. Yeah, DRM was not a good draw. All right, Zero's coming down. They lost the Liberated, which is fine, I guess. Their money did dry up a bit, but they need to go fast. Not really. Single access on R&D. There's no agendas here, right? Man, the turntable would have been so good. The fact that we're scoring this into a turntable is like miserable. I think we're gonna credit here. 4, 4, 4. Like, Whatever. I think we have to do some risky plays. Scoring this doesn't do much, and that makes turntable really bad. They also have a paperclip in the bin. I didn't really realize that. Oh, when did they throw the paperclip out? If we did that, we probably should have scored it. So they break for 3, which is pretty good tax on a 4-cost ice. Actually, that's not true. We'll discard the DRM. So now we have to draw something not agenda every turn. They also see the Whoredom that we... Oh yeah, there's an agenda in there. Wait, they win if they run this remote now. Forgot we threw an agenda. Oh no, you can... that's fine. We'll take it back. That's fine. Imagine we were a deck with a good economy that could set up. Literally though, like Alice's ability is really scary. It's a lot of pressure. We have to score this. And now we lose to turntable, right? Like it's so much pressure. And they can just run archives now for 2 credits with a bad pub. We have to throw out the hedge fund. Ooh, the Nisei I've had worse. The Black Lives Matter I've had worse. Chat logs look like they've hit a paperclip out of hand with a 0. Okay. I'm not paying enough attention. You're right. I think you are right. No, when did that happen? Oh yeah, it just happened. No, maybe not. So here we go. Do we ever overth the 5-3 to score the biggest Atlas ever? This remote also is obviously trash. Oh, good. Another agenda. Okay. 3rd diesel. Wow, that's 6 influence. That BLM seems in poor taste. Not really. I don't think so. I don't know who drew it specifically or where it came from, but I think it's a pretty reasonable, like that's a very true message. You were with Kill Them with Junebug? Oh, that's a good point. Oh, we have Archer now. We can res that. Big ol' Archer. Double daily cast. Diesel. Breakers in the bin. Almost none. We're just going to go ahead and give them another bad publicity. That won't be a problem. A charity event raised a lot too. You can't turntable your agendas if you forfeit all of them. That's a good point. Hey, we're on game point for what it's worth. We are on game point. So I think we actually can score this Atlas from hand, right? Like we install the Oberth. So the Archer isn't even good res. And this is where they go HQ, right? I think they can take this. I don't know. They clear the tag. Okay, so we gotta figure this out. If we install this, we forfeit this, we get 2 counters on this. I feel like we can do it. I just never know what the math is. So we install this. Okay, we install this. We forfeit, puts 2 counters on here. We advance, yeah, fine, we'll do it. We have to play around Clot in theory, but we didn't respect it with this hostile, which is our mistake. The Clot could have been on here. We also can make a huge hostile. Now, not long woke up from a nap. Gonna start from the beginning. How are you doing? I'm doing all right. Thank you. We are struggling. We built a... We actually could win this. This Jemison deck is a bit of a salad. We had an idea of what we wanted to do, and we really, really got far off track. So if we draw an Audacity, we win. It's all dependent on where the last Atlas is. If we draw a Biotic, we win. We have exactly enough money. There's actually a fair couple things that we draw and we win into because we have this Atlas token. We could rob this. Yeah, Turn of the Tide, yeah, it really has been. Okay. I've been having a lot of fun with Jemison recently. Jemison is really, really fun. I feel like we didn't build the best deck that doesn't... It has 1 win condition. That's actually not true. But yeah, I totally agree. I think Jemison is incredibly fun. Yeah, we could win this game. We did have 6 agendas in hand on turn 2. I think the fact that they threw out a turntable is a huge mistake. Okay, so let's talk about this. So we res a Whoredom. It robs us a turn, and then we can only win off the Audacity. They can't get through unless there's an Orchestra on here. It has to be an Orchestra considering they haven't resed or used it for a while, and they even have 2 bad publicity. But if we don't res, how many trash tables do we have? Some. If we don't res, we'll have money to biotic off. I'm not gonna res. There's a turntable on there. They pulled before we access legwork. Oh, that's a problem. Oh, now we lose. Oh, now we do lose. We got to use this. Okay, we've lost. Jemison Club Unite. Click Hill, how's it going? Yeah, we have a very small chance of not losing here. All right, so we're gonna pull this, and we're just gonna take a biotic, which shuffles R&D, which is bad. But now there's a 1 in 4 chance that we don't lose here. Biotic, mouseless. The fact that we pulled it out, it means there's an agenda there. There's no question. We also shuffled R&D, and we lost a card. Yakuza, what's up? It's good to see your stream, especially at a time deep in the night. Now staying long, I'm running a small tournament at my own IDM. I still have a Thomas House reserved for you. No way! Yo, cheers, Yakuza, that's sweet. That's awesome. Good luck with the tournament. Wow, get an Audacity? Yeah, Audacity might have been better than Biotic. But they might have hand destruction. I guess Audacity's a bit harder. Yeah, I think you're right. Audacity was a way better pull than Biotic. Oh boy. Poke me on Slack. Yeah, cheers. Thank you. Okay. We did shuffle. Rashida trashed. The problem now is like we still have to draw the agenda. Like we're so not. Oh no, actually, if they don't trash this, we can score the false lead from hand. Oh, now we res it. Yeah, because we can't biotic out. So we get a credit back. They also have a tag, which we cannot capitalize on. I think we're just going to score the false lead. Yeah, the Audacity been way better than a Biotic. I think I panicked. That was close. We're on 6. We can top deck a Hostile. Okay. They still need to destroy the Oberth to some extent. We can't DRM out the win. I don't even think we have DRMs left. We might have 1 left in the deck, but like, no, we don't. But you can't score the turn. Yeah, if we still had an Audacity here, we'd be threatening to win. That's really awkward because next credit we probably have to do double hedge fund, double click hedge fund. Still don't have their Black Orchestra. They have Hippo though, so even if it's like Hippo into what's it called, Boomerang, this might be an issue. They only have 14 cards left. Like they must have found it by now. They played 3 Diesels, 3 I've had worse. 2 I've had worse, 3 Diesels. Another peddler, which of course we could trash if we wanted to. There's not a lot of like, in theory, if we had exchange. Wow, but yeah, they cleared the tag. Okay. Okay. So we can click 1 to draw and still score a Hostile. But if we do that, we're not threatening hedge fund. Diesel and Anarch don't see that often. Yeah, Anarch needs card draw, 50 card deck and all that. They're not Hoshiko. 0 helps a lot. I don't know if you need this. Maybe Blueberry's good enough? I doubt it. I like maybe just playing Class Act instead of 3 Diesels, but then, you know, the chance of you finding it. Okay, so this is awkward. If we had the agenda, we would have won the game, so obviously we don't. We could draw once, but then we can't credit hedge fund. I'm assuming that they have a Stargate or a Black Orchestra, some way to deal with this. I think draw might be our best. Yeah, they all have 1 legwork, and this is not that much influence. I think we'll draw once. I think we have to do double credit. Probably we drew. We had to commit to continue drawing there. Yeah, maybe money up is better. The thing is, like, we can score out a 4-2, which we don't have. There's even some wild plays where we could score a 5-3, right? Like, we install with Oberth, we advance, get 2 advancements on it. We install another Oberth, res forfeit, put 2. Yeah, we actually could have scored a 5-3 from hand. I think we just need more money. We need 4 credits. Oh, we can do it. I'm not going to res a border control when they break it for free. First the flood, then the drought. Well, one kind of confirms the other. There's only one agenda in our deck that we can no, that's not true. Hostile. I don't know if have they found a decoder yet? We're gonna throw out something. Oberth is definitely a win con. It lets us score out the Atlas if we top deck it, because we can forfeit the 1 for the 2. Border control is an interesting card, and I think Afshar is taxing on HQ, and they don't have a decoder yet. I feel like all those are bad. Hector, what's up? Hey Andre, watching the stream here in my local park with my son. Much love. Oh, cheers, enjoy the park. That's super cool. Thank you, by the way. I typically play games on JNet where I couldn't find my breakers because they weren't actually in the deck. Yeah, you gotta watch out for that one. Shh. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see. Just a little agenda. Just a little agenda. Uh-oh. Just a little agenda. My friends. Why we play Jemison is to murder runners. Enjoy your 8 net damage, my friend. Enjoy it. Oh, we did it. We did it. Oh man. I had 6 agendas in hand on turn 2. Not a lot of ways out of that one. No, that's the cool Jemison play, but like that is, you don't need anything for that. Like you just need Junebug. Hey, cheers. So how close were we to? We could have wasted another click if we wanted to res the border control, and then we would still be a while to win the game. Like a while to win the game because we have had to draw the Atlas. The Audacity versus Biotic kerfuffle didn't change much, but I think like we could have scored any agenda out of hand if we had enough money. But still no Night Dancer? Yeah. It's no surprise. What's the hour right now? 3:06. Okay, we'll make a quick punitive Wayland deck, and I think we can play it once, and then otherwise we have to run around. This is an NSFW stream. Oh man, you lucky duck. That was a skill. That was a skill. What are you talking about? I'm gonna miss my pet card door-to-door comboing with Crisis Management. I have not ever played Crisis Management. God, I love Jemison. Yeah, Jemison is really cool. Okay, so we Jemisoned. That's what you do. Now let's build a different one. How wrong we were. We started the Jemison. This will be even more fun when Bank Job rotates. I don't think Bank Job's ever gonna rotate, but yeah, Bank Job was like one of the counters to that. We also saw the Sunny. One of the counters is just to be able to draw clicklessly. Like they always had a panic draw 6. If you have anything that prevents like Deus Ex, you're fine. Like it's not unbeatable. Also, you can just 50. The 50-50 doesn't matter actually. Never mind. Okay, let's just build a Wayland punitive deck and see how good that is. I'm gonna just do the outfit because it seems good, and we'll go from there. See, thanks for the games, ABR. Hey, cheers, Bartosz. Savage. I'm watching my several adorable nephews. Please stop saying beans, or you'll be a bad influence. Beans is a good influence, no? All right, so basically we want to do the same thing, but we want to do with punitive. So CityWorks Project, good stuff. So we want to do all the stuff that combines with that. So we want to do punitive Counterstrike. We're going to stick to the script on this one. Not that I'm upset that we diverted. So we want to do punitive Counterstrike to end that. We can maybe do dedication ceremony, but there's a chance that this won't be good enough. We'll see. On top of that, We can play Argus Crackdown, which is not that good with 5/3s, but on top of that, we can consider playing La Costa Grid for some influence. That seems fair. We need to take bad publicity. We probably do have to play Hostile, which is fine as like our 7th point or whatever. So we'll play 2 Hostiles. And is there another good 5/3 for Punitive? I think the best one we have is SSL. I don't think there's anything better, is there, for Punitive? I saw someone using Cerebral Overrider instead of Junebug and Jemison, presumably because no one home. Yeah, no one home. Yeah, you could out-trace no one home, but no one home is a problem. They did float a tag for what it's worth at one point. You also can run Corporate Town if you're worried about resources. Saying I'm watching with headphones. Please say more apps. SDS. Oh, Brandon, play your list. Let me pull it up actually. Let me see what it looks like. I just can't stream for too much longer today, so I want to fly. But actually, maybe taking someone else's list is the right option. Hold on. Discord. Do I have Discord on my phone? Yeah. Sorry, this is bad radio. I know, but we'll get there. Oh, this is the one that you played at BLM. Oh, it's online, isn't it? Okay, cool. SDS works well with things like Trebuchet. Yeah, I didn't consider the ice. That's a good point. Oh man, this is so spicy. Oh yeah, this is perfect. Okay, Brandon solved it all for us. Besides not doing the La Costa thing. So we might change it a wee bit. Okay, so this is Brandon's list, which is easy. Brandon, we gotta have you on the stream at some point. We should talk about that off stream if you're interested in that. I definitely want to play like a GNK, an Oracle for you if that's possible. We'll see if we can do that. Blended DMP DRM, gonna fight him forever on this. All right, so this is Brandon's list that came forth at BLM. Same sort of idea. This will save us some time. Reversed accounts as another way to get dedication ceremony. That's really mean because we also have hard-hitting news into consulting visit boom. We don't have high-profile target. We also don't have DRM. So we have no way to pull that out immediately. Kyle's saying that DRM makes sense. I would argue that it does as well. Ice Sweet, Double Horde, and Mouseless, good stuff. Bulwark and Trebuchet, really strong. This card's really hard to deal with. The fact that like Boomerang's also not amazing against it is good. We have Punitive and Archive. I feel like we can drop 1 Archive for 2 DRM and then drop something else. I don't know what else we could drop, but I feel like DRM is really important. Can we try sub-boosting macrophages again? Next stream we'll get to that for sure. Could be between SSL and SDS. I feel this loses to runners moneying up, and SDS can be a nice way to interact with them. Yeah, I could see that. That's an easy swap without doing anything else to the deck, which is cool. So we're not going to do the La Costa stuff with this one. We're going to try hard hitting news as another win condition, which again, it's just another win condition. It's obviously something good to put into your deck. The outfit. Oh man, okay. 12 ice only, so we're really going to need our money and to go. We want to try and get the digital rights management in there, which maybe we play 2, maybe only 1's enough, but I think we have to lose an archive, so that gives us at least 2 influence, but only 1 slot. DRM is bad, don't fall into the trap. Okay, I'll take your word for it. Why would you say that? Because I guess anything you draw is an agenda. We'll try it. Is DRM a trap? Consistency to be able to jam the agenda when you want to jam the agenda seems incredibly strong on a deck that capitalizes on like the idea that the runner doesn't have money. Ooh, Reyna. 1 link makes our ice a bit more expensive. Also could have some pressure on centrals. Hey, thanks, you too. So like diversion, also run amok, stuff like that en passant could be alive and well. This hand's not particularly amazing. That seems a lot better. We have an ice for our HQ. Stargate, we could, in theory, respect. We can score at the hostile. But we wanted border control on the remote, I reckon. I don't know if we straight too big to fail. I don't love the idea. It's either credit, or we, in theory, could also just jam the City Works. Just going to do this. Next turn, we'll score hostile. I feel like there's a lot of ways to play that turn, and that might not have been the best. Like, we could have just jammed a hostile, then we're open to aggro, like if they have Wanton or something like that. We also could have like put a border control in R&D. It's not amazing. We also could have just like dedicated it out. Inside job. That feels like it's an en passant, right? SDS drone? Yeah, we're not on it, unfortunately, on SSL. So that's a really good inside job. I feel like they're going en passant us, so I'm gonna just res. They hit the deady. So we're 1 credit short of scoring hostile. We did res this for 5. I think I goofed that up because of Reyna. But we're only res there just to play around en passant, which says if you make a successful run. Was that their 3rd click though? No, so they could have en passanted us there. Okay. So unfortunately they could en passant this remote if they really wanted to. We can't afford to res this. I have no experience playing this, but clicking for credits feels like something you don't ever want to do with this. I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe we want it just too big to fail instead of clicking for credit. I would totally buy that. So they gave us a bit of a window when they're ducking down to... this is technically not tempo positive for a couple turns. If a card that says gain 10. Yeah, I know, but I don't love playing this. Like, I like using this as a surprise when you like boost into punitive, too big to fail, and then punitive the second time. That I could see that being wrong. Like, I totally get that. Okay, so we can just do CityWorks, server 1, dedicate, and look how fast we're on game point in theory. So this is 5 damage. We don't have a punitive, so we can just make it 6 damage, and they have to do with paperclip. Install paperclip with border control. They are going to have 8 credits though, triple casts. They might be on diversion? I don't know. We haven't seen any influence yet. Oh no, we have. We've seen 3 on inside job. Gain 10. Yeah, bad bub though, it goes far. So we want the trebuchet on R&D eventually. I think we'll just score this and then be on game point, and then anything we draw will just basically, especially if it's a CityWorks project, we'll just dedicate it. Otherwise we'll just do mouseless into border control and go fast enough. Hippo, it's hard for them to break all subs on that. And it's either TBTF or IPO. Honestly, I think we IPO. This might be regrettable, but I love the surprise too big to fail every day. Sorry, I hit that. I bet they're packing Hernando. Yeah, they could be. They definitely could be. Luckily, the game shouldn't be too much longer. Element of surprise is what separates the Netrunner adults from the Netrunner kids. Maybe. Like, I never liked that play. A lot of people would too big to fail turn 1, click 1 as the outfit, and I'm not a big fan of that. Ooh, Trebuchet is going to do work here. So they can't break it. Oh, they could break it. I didn't see that they had that in the bin. Oh, we look really stupid. Nah, they paid a lot of money for that. That's fine. Digital rights in CityWorks would be pretty good right now. Yeah, Brandon. I'm saying I'm on your side, Andre. Surprise one game. You know, I understood that. But I totally agree. I started seeing Cortez pop up more and more in the new ban meta. Depends how, like, if people are playing big ice. I guess they are. All right, second Hippo down. They're on 3 credits. They're weak to punitive. We have a consulting visit, so we can consult for hard-hitting news, which next turn they have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we don't have the actual kill. Another trebuchet would go down for what? They have to break all of it, which they probably can. I think we just want to draw once more and install the Whoredom. Scoring this actually doesn't matter. Like, it just gives them bad pub. It gives us money. We don't have any ice to forfeit, and it plays around turntable, but like, we in theory don't need to score this. I'd rather actually just jam this in a remote so they spend credits and installs to get it and steal it, because it doesn't help us win outside of the credits. All right, so this is a Whoredom, which we res for 5. We'll get 1 credit back. In theory, this might have been better on the remote. So we're going to fire on them Brokens if I'm not mistaken. So at least we refunded the Reyna tax. I'll probably just score this. I don't know. How bad is 3 bad pub? Oh, it's worth knowing we gave them a bad pub, and this was only 4 to res, or 5 with Reyna. It's not that bad. And in theory, we actually could have built it the other way. We'd keep the trebuchet on the inside, because resing the trebuchet and then it getting eaten by MK Ultra is wrong. And there, yeah, we did play around en passant successfully. Feels good. Whatever, money. Good enough. And here we're going to actually jam the hostile. They'll have to go for it. We're not threatening punitive besides consulting into punitive, which is single punitive. And they haven't played an iPad worse yet. Oh, never mind. They played 2. They just played 1. How are we doing? Just finished playing some games with friends. Glad the stream's still going. Yeah, we're just playing some punitive Wayland. This is actually Brandon's list from Toronto or Mississauga area. I'm not actually sure. We're trying to land a lethal. We're going fast. How are the games? Ooh, moshing too. Cool. All right, still no DRM. DRM would loved it. Consult for DRM, and then like we could have actually consulted for digital rights management and dedication it. That would have been okay. Okay, now we only have still single punitive, but that's so slow. Oh man, that's rough. Yeah, even consult for like, and I don't think it's anywhere near as good, but like fast track would have been fine. Score it? Score the hostile, Brandon? Do you score the 4th hostile? I think, yeah, because we are trying to, yeah, it's a lot of money actually, never mind. This is a lot of money in outfit. And we want a punitive. The problem is like we only have 1 natural punitive because consulting visit is a double. We can't double consulting visit. Ooh, immolation script. Is that a problem so far? No, not yet. I think we just install advanced the reversed, right? Either that or we can dedicate the reverse. No, I'm okay with them running this. Unfortunately, we're gonna lose this thing. Would a double dedication be overkill? I think you might be behind on the chat, Frank. All right, so they have 25 credits. So if we res this, they get a bad pub. We res it for 4. They have to break all of it, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Install advanced hedge. I don't think we want the hedge too much. All right, that's another bad publicity. They're gonna be running for free, which matters because we can't tax them out. Oh, we res it for 5. Excuse me, because of Reina Roja. They're not hippoing it. That's really important because now this border control gets a bit stronger. When I grow up, I want to be Andre. What's up? So if they install paperclip, they go through for 2. So I don't think we border control this. I think we just let them trash for 3. They will kill the treb. Yeah, I thought so. They didn't. They probably have another immolation script. Oh yeah, you're right. They probably do have another immolation script. Yeah, there you go. That's exactly it. Which, I don't know. Yeah, it's because of the immolation script. Bulwark, that's a good one. We're just gonna score this out. Man, it just comes to the fact that they can't find a decoder, just like our last matchup, but we do have the credit lead a fair bit, so punitives are going to be good, and they have 2 I've had worse out. The problem is that we don't threaten double punitive because we don't have it. Put in there without any advancements? Oh man, Brandon's playing this way better than we are. Not surprised. Played this at the BLM tournament. That was a fair few rounds. Do they have their... Oh, they do have a Black Orchestra. Okay, so they're just going to trash this, I think. And again, these runs are going to be free. Like, we have 5 bad publicity. I love ImmoScript. ImmoScript is really cool. And a lot of people run 3 of it every ice, so why the heck not? All right, they actually didn't hippo that. I assume they want to hippo something like this, so they spent 7 once, which isn't a lot. We just need a punitive. We really just need a punitive. I just don't know what we need a consulting visit for. We need 1 consulting visit. Oh, actually, we could have consulted for hard-hitting news soon. We haven't done it for a while, so they might forget about it. Maybe that's a good reason to eat the bulwark. I just don't see the bulwark being that good, right? Like, we res it for 11 minus 3, which is 7. They break it for nearly free and get a bad publicity. Seems bad. Well, there's a lot of bad press. Yeah, they get up to some bad shit. Gamble, that's good for them. I think the pre-reboot version of running parallel? What's that mean? This is still hard to get through. Like, they probably want to hippo this. It's really expensive, but again, with all that bad publicity, it's probably not the case. Okay, they didn't steal the agenda. They're on 10 credits. All right, this is probably good enough unless they have an Ivad worse in hand. So it's basically you have to take 6 damage, run twice through border control. The cost doesn't matter, the clicks matter. So they really need an Ivad worse. I made a 7 bad pub joke. Oh, that's from original. Excuse me. Deuce is wild, that's click compression. So they now have 6 cards. Now if there's an Ivad worse in there, they're gonna have exactly 3 cards. So we basically need a top deck, a punitive for this to be lethal. Yeah, I don't know too well. All right. Do we pop the border control? I think we do. Do we pop it? Hold on. I don't think we do. Thinking. Okay, so if they have an I've had worse in hand, which, you know, it's one in somewhere in these 20 cards, they'll take 6 damage, and then they can do draw, which they will die to. So I don't think we need to pop it. 1 card less doesn't matter, right? If they have the I've had worse, they're above 3, and they could do draw, they're at 5. If it doesn't hit the I've had worse, they're at 0, and they do draw, they die anyways. I don't think it matters. Pop a million? I really don't think you do pop it. Right? Like if we pop it, okay, if we pop it, they run back. Then they can draw once. Drawing once and drawing twice doesn't matter when they have no cards in hand. The I've had worse doesn't change it. They've used 2 I've had worse turns. How's it going? I don't think you do pop it. Yeah, they don't have an I've had worse, so like they're done. And if they have an I've had worse, it shouldn't matter. One time it doesn't matter if they draw once and they draw I've had worse. Hey, good game. Wait, should it matter? Okay, hold on. If they have no cards in hand and they draw I've had worse, it doesn't matter. And then they fire it. Oh yeah, you're right. If they just exactly draw the I've had worse, the 1 in 15, then it does matter. Yeah, okay, so it does matter. Because if they draw specifically the I've had worse. Yeah. All right, we got him. They could have drawn I've had worse and played it. Yeah, you're totally right. It was 1 in and all of that. For what it's worth, they did draw the I've had worse as their 2nd card. Oh man, yeah, okay, we definitely should have popped it there. I did not expect exactly that, because it was like 2 cards doesn't matter, but you're right, if they play 1 and they replace it with 3, or if they have Diesel, whatever. Thanks for the game, eh? That's pretty cool. I feel like DRM would have been really good in this, Brandon. And I think that we didn't like fork the hard-hitting news. Like I wasn't considering it for many turns, and even just to force them to clear the tags was probably worth it, considering we're really good at recovering from money with Too Big to Fail and stuff like that. That was probably worth it. But like the fact that we made it to this few turns on, like turn 13, I feel like that's kind of slow for this deck. That would be my guess. We also didn't draw like an archived or a punitive. I guess you need a real punitive for the archive to be good, but even archived hard-hitting news over and over again seems good enough. Sometimes you just gotta have a little lucky. Oh yeah, did you see our first couple games today? It's all skill. Anywho, that's all for today. Hopefully you're having a good weekend or whenever you're watching this. I forget which one is the real one here. Yeah, this seems right. We're going to be back on Thursday to be streaming. I know there's Continentals coming up. I got to reach out about that to see if they want casting or stuff like that. So we'll be on that soon. Hopefully you're having a good enough summer. I got to turn the AC on for a while because it's really hot in here now. I turned it off for a bit. That's largely it. I don't think we have any call to actions to say here. That's our industry term. That's good shop talk, huh? But we'll be back in a couple days. Yeah, I don't think there's anything. The first Continental Championship, I think it's the Asia, is in about, like what? 2 weeks? So hopefully we'll check that out soon. Do you know where you can watch the BLM tourney VOD? Yeah, totally. Actually, somebody asked to get that link into chat. So if you want to go find it on twitch.tv/Project Nisei. Oh, actually, you can't see my screen anymore. Hold on. I just pulled it up and then you can't see it. The runner misplayed draw 2 and gain 3 instead of draw 2 and make a run. Yeah, I think draw 2 make a run would be better. It's way more click compression. And then they could have drawn out of it. And then they could, in theory, you're right. If they did that, they could have had worst. If you want to find it, go to twitch.tv/Project Nisei. They have the VODs here. It is 13 hours long. Let me jump into it because I know at a certain point, I can't hear this now. Can I? Can I hear this? Yeah, I can hear it. So there was an interview with Damon Stone that popped up. I'm going to guess it's around here. I might be wrong.
Here in the flesh.
Yeah, so this is right now. Damon is talking at 2:55. So if you want to watch that interview, people asked about it. It's around there.
This has been...
But do check it out. The whole tournament's here. I think Damon continues to talk for a whole round after that. Yeah. So the interview, I think, with like him answering a lot more questions, is around 4 hours 38, if I'm not mistaken. Let's just listen in. Yeah. So that's the interview part. If you want to check that out. Brandon says you never needed it. You won. That's true. Cool. So do check that out. Twitch.tv/Project Nisei. Video/6630493887 if you really want to get in there, but you'll find it, no doubt. Do check it out. It's 13 hours. I need to check out the rest of this. I'm going to catch up on this pretty soon. But that's largely it. Take care of yourselves. If you're watching on the VOD, hopefully you're having a good week. If we played, thanks for the games. To everyone watching in chat, thanks for hanging out. so bored during quarantine, I'll likely watch all 13 hours. Enjoy it. Hopefully it's good. There's a lot of stuff hopefully to do in quarantine. Get yourself Tabletop Simulator if you can. Play some games with people. There's a lot of stuff I hope you can do. On that note, take care, y'all.